Chapter 38:12. So fast. In an instant, Lei Qian arrived in front of Lin Xian. His right leg swept out, destroying everything in its path. Lin Xian threw out a punch to counter the attack. Both of them continued to exchange blows. One of them was like a god of thunder, and the other was like a god of war. The two of them exchanged blows, causing heaven and earth to shatter. Fortunately, this was the ancient arena. Otherwise, the city would have been torn to shreds. This guy is pretty strong. Is Lei Shunqing serious this time? The dark red divine dragon transformed into his human form and watched the battle with flickering eyes. On the other side, Northern Demon frowned slightly. Heishan didn't care at all. I wonder how much power this kid can unleash. Humph. Competing in footwork? Do you think you're the only one who knows how to do that? Lin Xian sneered. His feet seemed to have turned into dragon claws, striking the void and colliding with Lei Qian's thunder god's foot. Boom, boom, boom. Lin Xian's aura became stronger with every step he took. In the end, he was like a real dragon, circling the 9 heavens. At this moment, Lei Qian's foot was suppressed. How is this possible? The surrounding people were stunned. The people of Thunder God City screamed. This is impossible. How can he have the aura of the Tao of Dragon? Is he related to the Dragon Pearl race? Why do I feel that the divine ability he's using is similar to the great divine ability of dragons, the Dragon Steps? The crowd swallowed their saliva. Lei Qian found it hard to believe. His divine ability was suppressed? Boom, 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 boom. After a dozen more moves, Lei Qian's face turned ugly. He felt a great pressure. Especially the last step. The killing intent was overwhelming. It was as if a real dragon had awakened. The entire void collapsed. Countless great laws surged between heaven and earth. Lei Qian's right leg trembled. He was sent flying by the force. In the end, he spat out a mouthful of blood. His face turned pale. The surrounding people screamed. Lei Qian was injured. The people of Thunder God City were dumbfounded. Is this kid trying to cross 4 realms to kill someone? How heaven-defying is this? The little saint from Lightning God City had a grim expression on his face. However, he still warned them not to be impulsive. Thunder God's foot was just one of Lei Qian's nomological divine abilities. His trump card was not limited to this. Just wait patiently and see. Ah! Lei Qian was injured as he roared towards the sky. His palms were constantly forming seals as the laws on his body surged. It opened its mouth and spat out a bolt of lightning. It grew larger in the sky and turned into a divine beast, roaring at the sky. A law divine beast? Was that a lightning snake? In the sky, a huge figure appeared. It looked like a snake. However, it had a single horn and a pair of thunder wings on its back. It even had 4 arms. As it bared its fangs and brandished its claws, it brought about a powerful thunder force. Kill. Hearing the order, the thunder beast quickly attacked. His tail lashed out like a divine whip. His 4 arms were holding sabers, spears, swords, and shields. Its enormous wings continued to flutter, forming a thunderstorm. This Lei Qian was too powerful. Although the divine beast he transformed into was not a true dragon, it was still incomparably terrifying. It seemed that Lin Wudi had really met his match. The people of Thunder God City also heaved a sigh of relief. Hee, let's see how this kid dies. The eyes of the people of Demon City flickered. The powerhouses of the Golden Crow clan had also arrived. There were also other experts who were paying attention to this battle. In an instant, Lin Xian suffered a huge impact. Although this thunder beast was condensed from laws, it was truly too powerful. Lin Xian's body shone with boundless light like gold, bringing with it a monstrous aura as he contended with it. A great battle with the thunder beast. Kill. Lin Xian roared, his eyes erupting with a biting cold killing intent. At this moment, he was really powerful to the extreme. Like a human-shaped Tyrannosaurus, he forcefully resisted the other party's Thunder Dao bombardment. His body emitted a clanging sound, shaking his blood and qi. However, he was still not afraid. There was a black qilin tattoo all over his body. The qilin that seemed to have transformed into a human form punched out. The powerful force caused the thunder beast to tremble nonstop. At the same time, Lin Xian formed a seal with his palm and slapped out golden crows one after another. 18 golden crows moved freely in the sky, bringing with them monstrous laws to crush everything. So powerful, comparable to a divine beast. The crowd screamed again. They did not expect Lin Wudi's means to be so powerful. The face of the powerhouse of the Golden Crow clan sank. Damn it, this guy actually dared to transform into their clan. What does this mean? This is a provocation. Their eyelids twitched wildly, wishing that they could immediately kill the other party. Boom, boom, boom. 18 golden crows swooped down, hitting the Thunder Beast. The Thunder Beast wailed and shattered into pieces. This time, Lei Qian was sent flying again. His face became even uglier. This person's physique was actually so strong. The minor saints of Demon City were incomparably shocked. Their demon clan was known for their strong physique, but they did not expect that there would be a human who shocked them in terms of physique. At the same time, some people exclaimed, "This Lin Wudi's physique should be one of the super strong physiques in the universe. But what is that black tattoo? Why does it look like a qilin?" As soon as this was said, many people nodded their heads. It really looked like a qilin was circling around the other party's body. It was too mysterious. There was a dragon's roar in his body, and now there was a qilin tattoo all over his body. What kind of opportunity did this person have? Could it be that he is related to the dragons and the qilin clan? So what if he is related? Even if he is related, how can he be stronger than our 9 qilins? The people of Demon City sneered. 9 qilins, the descendants of the qilin clan, had the qilin bloodline. If they were to appear, killing the other party would not be a problem. However, some people were doubtful because Lin Wudi's strength was too strong. Moreover, no one knew whether this was his limit or not. "Master, can Brother Lin win?" The northern demon asked from the crowd. Heishan squinted his eyes and said, "Currently he has the upper hand, but it's hard to say whether he can win. After all, I don't know what other trump cards he has. After all, the Thunder God technique has been passed down for tens of thousands of years. It can't be underestimated. Moreover, the Thunder God City has a secret technique. I wonder how far that person has cultivated it." The northern demon started to worry. Even his master said so. One could imagine how powerful the Thunder God technique was. "Damned brat, you broke my divine ability again." Lei Qian's face was extremely cold. Lin Xian snorted coldly. "I've already told you that you're no match for me. Since you want to die in front of everyone, I will fulfill your wish." Lin Xian was fearless at this moment. To be honest, he did not want to expose his qilin tattoo in front of everyone. But now that it was exposed, there was nothing to hide. He was going to go all out. Buzz buzz buzz. His 9-yang divine body was displayed to the extreme. At the same time, the qilin tattoo was even more terrifying. As if it was alive, it emitted a mysterious aura. At this moment, Lin Xian's physique was extremely strong. Chapter 38:13. On the other side, Lei Qian also roared as a pair of Thunder God's wings grew out from his back. It was like 2 thunder heavenly blades, releasing a destructive aura. Kill. The 2 of them started fighting again. Lin Xian had a strong physique and unparalleled physical body. He was a tough guy. As for Lei Qian, he was using his law divine ability to continuously attack. Every attack seemed to be able to destroy a world. They were too strong. One had unparalleled divine ability, while the other had a strong physical body. The battle between the 2 was truly earth-shattering. Buzz. After hundreds of moves, Lin Xian opened his hands and released a few sword chi that turned into a giant dragon that danced in the sky. This aura was too strong. Everyone screamed. Could it be that this Lin Wudi was also a strong swordsman? It couldn't be. His sword chi was stronger than his physique? Everyone couldn't believe it. Lei Qian was also in great danger. He didn't dare to be careless. He pushed the 2 pairs of Thunder God's wings to the extreme and slashed forward. This was an earth-shattering collision. The qilin roared and the entire arena shook. Everyone retreated in horror. Fortunately, a battle had broken out in the ancient arena. Otherwise, if it was outside, who knew what would happen to this world? How could this guy be so strong? The little maid from the new moon race was shocked. Beside her, Gao Yu's eyes flickered and her expression was solemn. Some of the holy city's geniuses were even more shocked. This method was too heaven-defying. Most likely, the ordinary holy city's geniuses weren't his opponent at all. Only those who were at the very top could do so. Could it be that they really needed their chief disciple to take action? Boom. Boom. In front, the battle suddenly changed and a figure flew out. The sky fell and the earth cracked. Endless thunder was unleashed. Not good, Lei Qian was injured. Everyone screamed. The people from Thunder God City couldn't believe it. Could it be? This was impossible. They shook their heads frantically. Lei Qian, with his strength and identity, was also very strong in their holy city. How could he lose to the other party? Boom. Lei Qian landed on the arena. The array formation arena shook, and the surrounding void shattered. He spat out a large mouthful of blood. There were 2 sword marks on his body that almost split his body apart. Lin Xian slowly descended from the sky and said coldly, "What other trump cards do you have? Show them all. If you don't, then you can go to hell." Damn brat. Lei Qian took out a piece of thunder crystal source and swallowed it. The wounds on his body quickly. However, what shocked him was that he couldn't get rid of the sword chi. Damn it. What a terrifying sword intent. Is he using a sacred artifact? With a cold snort, he pulled out a long spear. The purple lightning spear was a mid-grade saint artifact. With a roar, Lei Qian charged forward once more. Now that he possessed a mid-grade saint artifact, his strength had grown even stronger. He was like the invincible god of thunder. He was surrounded by all kinds of lightning beasts. It was a shocking sight. Lei Qian of it. Qian of sword chi. The 2 great sages' weapons kept colliding, increasing their combat power. The situation wasn't looking good. Yes, although Lei Qian had the Thunder God's spear and Lin Wuti also had the unparalleled sword. There was not much of a gap between them. If he didn't have any other trump cards, Lei Qian would probably lose. Everyone was discussing. Before the battle, they thought that Lin Xian had a higher chance of losing. After all, it was too difficult to cross 4 realms to fight. However, after seeing the battle with their own eyes, they felt that Lei Qian had a higher chance of losing. This made the people of Thunder God City vomit blood. Lei Qian's face was cold. Suddenly, his eyes revealed a hint of malevolence. Die. He spat out a thunder ring. It turned into a bolt of lightning and charged towards Lin Xian. Lin Xian raised his hand to block it. However, he was sent flying and his entire arm was numb. Under his arm, a crack appeared. It was extremely horrifying. Lin Wuti was injured. How was this possible? What was this thunder ring? Heavens, a sacred weapon. It was also a sacred weapon. It was even more terrifying than the purple thunder spear. The crowd screamed. They didn't expect Lei Qian's trump card to be so rich. Lin Xian was injured in a moment of carelessness. Lei Qian attacked crazily. Lin Xian turned into a kuanpeng and dodged instantly. He stood in another direction and looked at his cracked palm. A hint of coldness appeared in his eyes. The energy in his body circulated and his body emitted light. His broken palm quickly healed. Soon it was as good as new. Kid, this is just a lesson for you. What do you have to contend with me? Next, I will make you wish you were dead. Lei Qian held the thunder spear in his hand and was surrounded by terrifying lightning. He was extremely powerful. With 2 great sage weapons, he could easily crush his opponent. You really think you can turn the tables with just 2 sacred weapons? How naive. Lin Xian snorted in disdain. I was careless just now and got ambushed by you. However, I guess you won't even be able to get close to me. Insolent kid, go to hell. Lei Qian didn't believe it. With 2 great sage weapons, how could they not be able to suppress him? Even if his opponent had the unparalleled sword, he could still suppress him. Buzz. The purple thunder spear attacked crazily. The lightning ring appeared and disappeared mysteriously. Lin Xian couldn't withstand it with the unparalleled sword. Suddenly, the purple thunder spear exploded with an unparalleled aura. It seemed to have turned into a purple thunder dragon that danced in the sky. In an instant, it bit the unparalleled sword. At the same time, the lightning ring turned into a bolt of lightning that was extremely fast. The people from Thunder God City laughed. Let's see how this kid will die. The others were extremely nervous. Not good, Lin Wuti is in danger. This attack should be over. An expert from Thousand Demon City said. An expert from the Golden Crow clan snorted. They also thought that Lin Xian wouldn't be able to survive. Gao Yu's eyes flickered. Is he really going to be defeated? In the crowd, the northern demon was even more nervous. The dark red divine dragon sneered. Don't worry, we won't lose when it comes to sacred weapons. Thinking about that kid's trump card. The northern demon nodded. He knew that Lin Xian had more than one sacred weapon. Sure enough, at this critical moment, a black spear appeared in Lin Xian's hand. It was as if a mountain was pressing down on Lei Qian. With a loud bang, the sky collapsed and the earth cracked. The endless void shattered. Everyone's scalp went numb. Many people vomited blood. He blocked it. Lin Wudi actually blocked it. Impossible. What did he use to block it? The people from Thunder God City screamed in disbelief. Lei Qian's pupils shrank. He was simply going crazy. Everyone looked over carefully. A black spear appeared in Lin Xian's hand. It emitted an extremely terrifying demonic aura. Half of the sky was dyed black by the terrifying aura. What was that? A sacred weapon, and a demonic one at that. How could he have such a thing? Everyone swallowed their saliva. The aura that the spear brought was too terrifying. In the crowd, a few people's eyes burst out with cold light. One of them was a woman who was abnormally beautiful. She also raised the corner of her mouth. That's right, it's this aura. It's really him. These people's eyes lit up as they stared at the spear. Do you think you're the only one who has two sacred weapons? Lin Xian held the Great Destruction Spear in his left hand, and the Unparalleled Sword in his right hand. Chapter 38:14. Damn it! Lei Qian, who was on the opposite side, had an ugly expression. He originally thought that he had a huge advantage, but the opponent had caught up with him. But so what? He didn't believe that the opponent's spear could block his Lei Huan. His Lei Huan had a great background. However, the following battle made him despair. The spear was too terrifying. It was as if it could pierce through and destroy everything. After 30 moves, he was penetrated by the spear, and half of his body was shattered. After 50 moves, he was cut in half by the sword, which scared him out of his wits. After 70 moves, his heart was pierced by his own thunder ring, and he almost died. He couldn't believe this scene. His opponent's method was too strange. Let me ask you one last time. Do you have any more trump cards? If not, you can go and die now. Lin Xian's killing intent emerged, which shocked everyone. They didn't expect that the final outcome would be like this. The people from Thunder God City clenched their fists. We won't lose. Lei Qian still has a trump card. Yes, our Thunder Saint City's secret technique. Lei Qian's cultivation is very terrifying. Just you wait. When the time comes, all of you will die. Lei Qian's body was shattered and quickly healed. His aura was much weaker than before, and he was no longer at his peak state. He gritted his teeth. Kid, to be able to force me to this step, I have to admit that you've exceeded my expectations. But unfortunately, I still have a secret technique that you can't resist. To be able to die under my Thunder Saint City's secret technique, you can be proud. Thunder God City's secret technique. This Lei Qian, is he going to use his final trump card? Everyone screamed. The secret technique of the Thunder Saint City was unique to the Thunder Saint City. Others couldn't cultivate it at all, and these secret techniques were very terrifying. I wonder what Thunder God City's secret technique is. Everyone widened their eyes. Thunder God City's secret technique? Lin Xian narrowed his eyes. Could he finally see it? To be honest, he had been looking forward to it for a long time, because he knew that every Thunder Saint City had their own secret technique. For example, their Wu Shuangcheng had a secret technique that could increase one's combat strength by 1 to 10 times. Once activated, the danger would be endless. He also wanted to know what kind of secret technique Thunder God City had. If you have any secret techniques, then use them. Let me see if you are as powerful as you say. Lin Xian pointed his sword forward. You'll see. Lei Qian continued to form hand seals. A bolt of lightning rushed out of his body and circled around him. Every time it spun, its power grew stronger. He spun a total of 3 times, and in the end his strength reached an unimaginable level. What is this? Many people were shocked. The aura of this thunder was much stronger than before. Was this the secret method of Thunder God City? It was 9 revolutions divine thunder. He had actually reached the 3rd revolution. The people of the 1,000 Demon City screamed. They knew about the secret technique of the Thunder God City. When the others heard this, they exclaimed in surprise. 9 revolutions divine thunder. This was an extremely terrifying secret technique. Every time it rotated, its power would increase by a fraction. It was said that after the 9 revolutions thunder transformation, one would be able to kill experts who were much stronger than them. Now that Lei Qian was able to go through 3 transformations, it was already very heaven-defying. Everyone was shocked when they sensed the lightning aura emanating from the other party. Lin Xian also frowned and was shocked. This was the secret technique of Thunder God Orange, 9 revolutions divine thunder. He indeed felt a threat. As expected of the sacred city, there was indeed something unique about it. He wondered how many transformations the most powerful person among the younger generation would be able to go through. Lin Xian thought of the Thunder Spirit physique. His future opponent would definitely be the other party. He wondered to what extent could the other party cultivate the 9 revolutions divine thunder too? Kid go and die. Lei Qian's body bloomed. Lightning divine light carried an incomparably violent aura as he charged forward. Not good, Lin Wudi was in danger. That's right, even if he had 2 great sage soldiers, he might not be able to block the secret technique. This Lin Wudi was also a genius of Wushuang City. Did he cultivate the Wushuang secret technique? He shouldn't have. It was said that not long after he joined Wushuang City, he went to the evil demon star, and didn't have time to cultivate. It's over. Lin Wudi was too careless. If he could cultivate in the sacred city for a period of time, he would have at least cultivated the Wushuang secret technique. Then this time, he would be able to resist. But now he really didn't know how to resist. He was definitely going to die if he tried to defend himself. Some people were worried, and some sneered. The people of Thunder God City let out a sinister laugh. The other party was definitely going to die. They were full of confidence. Lin Xian's eyes burst out with a biting cold light. His physique was strong to the extreme. He turned into a stream of light and charged forward. Did others think that he didn't have a Wushuang secret technique? How was that possible? However, he did not use it immediately, because he wanted to feel the power of the 9 revolutions divine thunder, and see how strong it was. Heavens, Lin Wudi must be crazy. He wanted to use his physical body to resist. Shouldn't he run away? Idiot, is he trying to fight with his back to the river? This kid really dared. Even the dark red divine dragon sucked in a breath of cold air. He didn't expect Lin Xian to be so daring. Gao Yu and the others exclaimed again and again. Even the mysterious people frowned. No way, if this kid died it would be troublesome. Ignorant ant, go to hell. Lei Qian saw that the other party didn't dodge but rushed over. His heart was filled with disdain. What he used this time was the secret technique of divine thunder. How could the other party resist it? Boom. The sound of the earth shaking resounded. The violent aura crushed everything. The entire arena was filled with a sea of lightning. It was impossible to see. The ancient arena was shaking non-stop, as if it was about to shatter. One could imagine the power of the 9 revolutions divine thunder. Amidst the endless thunderbolts, a human figure flew out. It was Lin Wudi. Everyone screamed. The people of Thunder God City snorted. It must be him. This time, the other party was definitely going to die, right? He didn't die? How was that possible? The people of Thunder God City were stunned. Their eyes widened. The others also looked over. Sure enough, they saw that Lin Xian was injured. He spat out blood from the corner of his mouth, but he didn't die. His physique was too strong. He could actually resist the 9 revolutions divine thunder and not die. Everyone was shocked. What was the use? He was just a trapped beast. He would definitely die within 3 moves. The people of Thunder God City said. The others were also worried. That's right. The reason for that was because they could tell that Lin Xian was at a disadvantage in this battle. Lin Xian retreated and wiped the blood from the corner of his mouth. Light flickered in his eyes. Although he was injured, it wasn't serious. In this attack, he sensed the terrifying power of the other party. It was indeed very strong. He rushed out again. Bang bang bang. The sound kept ringing between heaven and earth. After a few moves, Lin Xian retreated again. His body was surrounded by lightning, and some places were charred black. However, his eyes were brighter. Damn it, how could he not die? Everyone was stunned. The people of Thunder God City also looked as if they had seen a ghost. The 9 revolutions Divine Thunder was their secret technique. They knew how powerful it was. In their opinion, the other party might not even be able to resist one move. But now the other party actually resisted 5 moves and didn't die. It was really unbelievable. Lei Qian's face was even colder. How could it be? How could this brat's physique be so tough? Kid, everything is over. I don't have time to play with you anymore. Lei Qian raised his palm. 3 revolutions Divine Thunder kept condensing in his hand. Chapter 38:15. The 3 revolutions Divine Thunder circled around his finger, surrounded by terrifying phantoms of thunder and lightning. 3 thunder sky-destroying finger. It was a terrifying supernatural power. It was rumored to be able to destroy the sky with a single finger. Its power was unimaginable. At this moment, it was displayed by Lei Qian, causing the void to collapse. Lin Xian was wrapped in a violent force. This time it was really a killing move. It should be over now. Some of the big shot's eyes also lit up. A killing move? Well, since that's the case, let's end it. Lin Xian's eyes burst out with a cold killing intent. He had already felt the opponent's Thunder God's secret technique. So there was no need to hold back now. Buzz. He stomped his foot and rushed over quickly. His fists danced, and the unparalleled secret technique in his body was constantly activated by him. No way Lin Wuti still wanted to fight back. What was he thinking? The people around went crazy. Boom. The two collided, making a loud sound. The sky and earth were torn apart. The entire arena was almost overturned. A violent aura swept out in all directions. Retreat quickly. The onlookers kept retreating. It was too terrifying. The people of Thunder Saint City sneered. The opponent should be dead, right? The North Demon, the Dark Red Divine Dragon, and the others were extremely nervous. Some of the big shots' eyes burst out with a cold light. They wanted to tear apart the chaos and see the situation clearly. Finally, the fog gradually dispersed, and 2 figures stood on the arena. They were facing each other with their backs facing each other. Obviously, the 2 had separated from each other. Who was the saint and who was the loser? 2 figures? Lin Wuti was not blasted into a bloody mist. Many people exclaimed. The people of Thunder God City frowned. They had a bad premonition. How could it be? With such a violent force, the opponent would definitely be blasted into pieces. At worst, he would be torn into pieces. How could the opponent still be intact? Perhaps his soul had been destroyed. It was also possible that his body was intact, but his vitality had been destroyed. These people were guessing. At this time, a figure fell to the ground with a plop. Who was it? They looked carefully. The next moment they screamed. Lei Qian. Lei Qian had fallen. How was this possible? I don't believe that I would lose to you. Lei Tian fell to the ground and vomited blood. His eyes gradually became unfocused and lost their luster. He had executed his strongest ultimate skill in the previous attack. Initially, he was confident that he would be able to kill the other party. However, who would have thought that his opponent's strength would suddenly increase in an instant? That power made him think that he was facing a little saint. With a single strike, he was killed. Now his eyes were filled with fear and disbelief. To be able to suddenly erupt with power several times stronger than before. This was clearly a peerless secret technique. But how could he possibly learn it? The other party had just entered the holy city. Didn't he go to the Fiend planet? Where would he find the time to cultivate? Damn it, he was too careless. He had been tricked. The other party knew an unparalleled secret technique. He wanted to spread the news, but he could no longer do so. His soul gradually extinguished, and in the end he died. On the other side, Lin Xian said coldly as he turned around and looked at the corpse. Your strength is not bad, but that's all. This was his evaluation of Lei Qian. Everyone went crazy. Lin Wuti was a little saint. Facing such a powerful ultimate skill, he could actually reverse the little saint's victory. It was too unbelievable. How did he do it? These people discussed animatedly. Impossible. The people of Thunder God City had indeed gone crazy. Their genius was dead. Moreover, he died after executing the little saint's secret technique. It was too unbelievable. Damn brat, what did you do? What kind of despicable method did you use? They rushed forward and roared crazily. Even the little saint of Thunder God City was furious. His eyes were bursting with killing intent. Previously, he allowed the battle because he thought highly of Lei Qian. But now Lei Qian was dead. How was he going to explain it when he returned? He must kill this brat. The weapon you used is a demonic weapon. I suspect that you are related to the devil race. Now, I will take you back to investigate. That kind of little saint exuded an unparalleled aura that sealed off a part of the world. Everyone was terrified. Was the little saint going to make a move? Lin Xian's face darkened. Just as he was about to say something, a figure walked out from afar and said with a sweet smile, "You're right. I don't like to hear this. What's wrong with the devil race? Are we, the devil race, so unwelcomed?" As soon as these words came out, everyone turned their heads to look. They saw an unusually seductive woman walking out. She wore very little clothes, giving people a feeling of seduction. However, the aura on her body made their hair stand on end. What a strong devil chi. She was from the demonic palace. The little saint of Thunder God City frowned. "Demoness, do you want to meddle in our business?" The people of Thunder God City also looked unfriendly. The demoness said with a smile, "I don't want to meddle in your business. I just want to ask, what's wrong with the devil race? Why can't the devil race appear in the thousands of worlds in the immemorial era? You better tell me clearly. Otherwise, don't blame the demonic palace for being impolite." Damn, why is the demonic palace going against Thunder God City this time? But what she said just now was too much. She despised the demonic palace. Everyone discussed in low voices. The little saint of Thunder God City also looked gloomy. He just made up an excuse. He didn't expect the people of the demonic palace to be here. Moreover, it was the top genius of the demonic palace, the demoness. He said, "What I said just now wasn't very accurate. I take it back. However, this kid is really suspicious. Moreover, he killed so many experts of the Thunder God City. I want to bring him back to face trial." "I don't understand what you're saying," the demoness said with a smile. "Didn't both sides agree to this before it was carried out? Didn't you guys prepare for the worst before the battle? Why are the geniuses killed now? I can't stand it anymore. Let me ask you, if the one who died was Lin Wudi, what would you do? Would you punish your own people?" Those followers nodded. That's right. Thunder God City was obviously acting shamelessly. Did he want to bully others? What do you mean? Does the demonic palace really want to go against the Thunder God City? The little saint's face darkened as he stared at the demoness. Lin Xia also looked at the other party. He didn't know why she helped him, but he still nodded kindly. The next moment, he walked out, looked at the little saint of Thunder God City, and said coldly, "What? Do you want to fight me? Didn't we say that we would fight to the death? He wanted to kill me, so I killed him. What's wrong with that? Besides, it was the people of the Thunder God City who provoked me again and again. It's normal for the younger generation to die or be injured in a battle. Does an old man want to fight me? Even if you want to fight me, I'm not afraid of you. Come on." Lin Xian stomped his foot. His aura erupted, and a terrifying sword chi swept across the 9 heavens. One-on-one or a group battle. Do you want to fight me together? I'll take all of you. A domineering aura emerged from his body. Facing the powerful little saint and numerous experts, he was still not afraid. Chapter 38:16. Everyone was in an uproar. This Lin Xian was too strong. The people from Thunder God City were so angry that they wanted to vomit blood. Damn brat. You're courting death. That's right, I'm courting death. Come and kill me. Lin Xian looked at these people. Who's going to make a move? You or you? He pointed at those Thunder God City experts. However, those experts felt their scalps go numb. They were so angry that they couldn't speak. Lin Xian sneered. Why, you don't dare? Don't worry, I won't bully you. I'll only use one hand. Who dares to come? His gaze was rarely seen in all directions. His aura was so strong that it made those people unable to breathe. On Thunder God City's side, no one dared to accept the challenge. Lin Xian looked up and laughed. What a bunch of trash. Shouting in front of me. But no one dares to make a move against me? Do you still have the face to live in this world? Damn brat, don't be so arrogant. Our Thunder Spirit. Those people roared. Lin Xian directly interrupted them. You want to talk about the Thunder Spirit body? Other than relying on this Thunder Spirit body, what else can you do? What about yourself? Could it be that you can only live in the hope of others? The Thunder Spirit body is indeed powerful, but can he really kill me? I'll give him 3 days to come here and accept his death. The killing intent in Lin Xian's eyes became even colder. Everyone sucked in a mouthful of cold air. Wow, he's too strong, too cool. Is Lin Xian challenging the Thunder Spirit body? Those people from Thunder God City were also stunned. Indeed, they wanted to use the Thunder Spirit body to suppress the other party. However, they didn't expect that the other party wasn't afraid. Instead, he wanted to challenge them directly. What kind of person is this? He's too scary. That minor saint snorted coldly. Who do you think you are? Do you think you're qualified to fight with us, Thunder Spirit body? Lin Xian turned his head and looked at him. Old fart, are you trying to take advantage of your seniority? So what if you have Thunder Spirit body? If he dares to come, I'll personally chop off his head. And do you think you can shout in front of me just because you're a minor saint? Previously, I gave your Thunder God City face, so I didn't make a move against you. Do you really think I'm afraid of you? Think about what happened in Evil Demon City. If you dare to shout, I'll send you to hell. You. The little saint was so angry that he coughed up blood. An ant dared to speak to him in such a manner in front of him. He was furious. However, when he thought of what happened in the Evil Demon City, it was as if a basin of cold water had been poured over him. A hint of fear appeared in his eyes. How could he not know about that? 10 little saints had tried to kill him, but in the end he was still alive and unharmed, while the 10 little saints were dead. What exactly happened that night? No one knew. What kind of secret weapon did the other party possess that allowed him to kill little saints? Or did he have a super Dao protector, who could easily kill a little saint at a critical moment? But no matter which one it was, they all posed a huge threat to him. For a moment he didn't know what to do. The surrounding people went crazy. They felt like they were dreaming. Lin Wudi didn't even put a little saint in his eyes. He was too domineering. Those followers were screaming excitedly. Too cool. Lin Wudi, you can do it. Lin Wudi, kill them all. What's a little saint? If we fight at the same level, I'll kill you in a matter of minutes. That's right. You've only lived for a few thousand years because of your age. What's there to be arrogant about? They were despised. Those little saints were so angry that their faces turned red. They were about to bleed. The people of Thunder God City were even more embarrassed. They were usually high and mighty. When had they ever encountered such a scene? However, at this moment someone moved. A golden figure walked out and stared at Lin Xian. You've mentioned the incident in the Evil Demon City just now. Then let me ask you, what exactly happened that day? Why did the experts of my Golden Crow clan disappear? It's the people of the Golden Crow clan. Many people felt their scalps go numb. The world fell silent again. The people of Myriad Demon City also frowned. To be honest, they also wanted to know what exactly happened that day. Lin Xian glanced at the other party with a sneer on his face. He didn't answer at all. The expert of the Golden Crow clan frowned and snorted coldly. Boy, I'm asking you a question. At the end of his words, the flames in the sky jumped and burned for 9 days. Lin Xian sneered. Who do you think you are? Do I have to answer when you ask me a question? His tone was full of disdain. The surrounding people went crazy. Damn, this Lin Wudi just killed the little saint of Thunder God City. Now he wants to fight with the expert of the Golden Crow clan? Ignorant ant, you're too presumptuous. Do you really think that you can be arrogant in front of me after killing Lei Qian? The face of the expert of the Golden Crow clan darkened. Am presumptuous? I think it's your Golden Crow clan that's too presumptuous. You still have the face to ask me about that night? Let me ask you, that night, why did the experts of your Golden Crow clan go to my mansion? What kind of intentions do you have? You're going to assassinate me. Now that the assassination failed, you're asking me instead. What reason do you think I have to answer someone who wants to kill me? How dare you? A few people of the Golden Crow clan walked out and shouted coldly. The flames on their bodies burst out, forming a sea of fire. Nonsense! Who said that we were going to kill you? That's right, we just wanted to go over and exchange the corpse of the Dragon Ball with you. In the end, you actually killed us. Lin Xian sneered. Good. Don't you want to know why the expert of your Golden Crow clan disappeared? Let me tell you, he was killed by the people of Thunder God City. When these words came out, everyone was stunned. The faces of the people of Thunder God City also changed. Damn, is he trying to make us the scapegoat? They quickly said. Nonsense, nonsense, how could it be us who did it? That's right, this kid is talking nonsense. These people quickly shook their heads. They didn't dare to admit it. Lin Xian sneered. Did you see what happened that night? I'm the only one who experienced it and is still alive. Now you're saying that I'm talking nonsense? Those people of the Golden Crow clan turned their heads and stared at the people of Thunder God City. Their eyes were emitting a biting cold killing intent. The Golden Crow clan and Thunder God City are actually facing each other. No way, why do I feel that they're killing with a borrowed knife? It's obvious that they're killing with a borrowed knife. Everyone discussed. They felt that Lin Xian was too evil. The corner of Lin Xian's mouth curled into a cold smile. Let these two sects fight it out. Fellow Taoists of the Golden Crow clan, don't listen to his nonsense. Why would our people attack you? That's right, we don't have any reason. This kid is obviously trying to sow discord and fish in troubled waters. The people of Thunder God City quickly explained. The small saint even said that it's easy to know the result of that day. Capture him and collect his soul. Then we'll be able to find out what happened that night. It makes sense. The experts of the Golden Crow clan nodded and turned to stare at Lin Xian. Kneel down obediently and let us collect your soul to investigate the situation that day. They were like high and mighty monarchs. Their words carried an unquestionable command. Chapter 38:17. Everyone sucked in a breath of cold air. They had to admit that the Golden Crow tribe was too domineering. Lin Xian was also angry. He sneered. You want me to kneel? You want to take my soul? I want to ask why. Just because you don't believe what I said, you want to take my soul? The Golden Crow tribe is too domineering. The Golden Crow tribe expert nodded. That's right, it's because we don't believe you. Lin Xian sneered. That's a good reason. So I don't believe you either. That day, did your little saint really go to exchange the dragon's corpse with me? Did you really not assassinate me? I'm also very doubtful about this. Why don't you kneel down as well, and let me search your soul to see if you really want to assassinate me? Lin Xian used the same words and retorted. You're courting death. The Golden Crow tribe expert was furious. Lin Xian sneered. Why? Can't take it anymore? Are you very angry? I'm just using the method you used on me to deal with you. You can't take it anymore? Then, have you ever thought about my feelings before? Who do you think you are? How can you be compared to us? The Golden Crow tribe expert's eyes were filled with cold killing intent. The Golden Crow tribe is so domineering. Lin Xian laughed wildly. But don't forget that I'm also the chief disciple of Wuxia City. In terms of status, I'm not inferior to you. The crowd was in an uproar and nodded. That's true. The Golden Crow tribe is too arrogant. Do they really not put Lin Wudi in their eyes? Or do they not put Wuxia City in their eyes? Sure enough, he's a sharp-tongued kid. The Golden Crow tribe expert walked out. But no matter what you say, you can't change the outcome. Is that so? Don't you want to take my soul? I also want to take your soul. How about this? Let your younger generation come out and fight with me. Whoever loses will kneel down and accept the soul. Does the Golden Crow tribe dare to do so? Lin Xian issued a challenge again. Everyone was shocked. This time they were facing the Golden Crow tribe. Everyone was looking forward to it. They wanted to see if the Golden Crow tribe would send out any experts. The people of the Golden Crow tribe also frowned. To be honest, after the battle just now, they could see that Lin Xian was very powerful. Unless the top geniuses of their Golden Crow clan came, the others were simply not enough. However, these top geniuses had yet to arrive. Lin Xian sneered when he saw the people of the Golden Crow race remaining silent. What? You don't dare? Isn't your Golden Crow clan looking down on everything and being high and mighty? You don't even have the courage to come out and fight me? What a slap to the face. Previously, the Golden Crow clan was so insufferably arrogant. But now, even they were cowering. Everyone was shocked. Had Lin Wuti already become so powerful? Damn brat, I'll kill you. A man walked out. The flames on his body were extremely terrifying. However, the little saint of the Golden Crow tribe had stopped him. Did you see that? Your elder thinks that you're not my match and doesn't dare to let you come out. You'd better go back obediently. Lin Xian laughed. His eyes were filled with arrogance. Everyone was silent. The people of the Golden Crow tribe had an extremely ugly expression. Elder, let me do it. That man roared crazily. The elder of the Golden Crow tribe had a solemn expression. He did not let go, because he felt that Lin Wuti was very dangerous. If he rashly went out to fight, he was afraid that he would suffer heavy losses. At the same time, the other experts were also shocked. This Lin Wuti was too strong. They had to think of a way to get rid of him as soon as possible. Otherwise, he would definitely be a big disaster in the future. What Golden Crow tribe? How dare they call themselves divine beasts? Not a single one of them dared to fight. How disappointing. I don't think you should call yourselves Golden Crows in the future. Just call yourselves Lockhead Tortoises. Lin Xian stood in the arena, mocking and ridiculing. The people of the Golden Crow tribe were so angry that they vomited blood. Extremely cold killing intent burst out from the eyes of the elder of the Golden Crow tribe. Why, old thing, are you not convinced? I'll give you a chance. Suppress your cultivation base and come up and fight with me. Whoever loses will kneel down and accept the soul collection. Do you dare? I'm not afraid of you. The small saint of the Golden Crow tribe was filled with killing intent. He really couldn't hold it in anymore. He took a step forward and wanted to go forward. However, he was stopped by his subordinates. Elder, you can't. Those experts shook their heads one after another. If it was the younger generation, it would be fine if they lost. If it was a small saint and they lost to the opponent, they would completely lose face. There was no way to recover. All right, stop acting like a parting of life and death in front of me. Since you don't dare to fight, get lost. Lin Xian shouted coldly. The surrounding people were terrified. Perhaps no one dared to scold the Golden Crow tribe like Lin Wuti. Today was really an eye-opener for them. The small saint of the Demon City was also shocked. First, he went against the Thunder God City. Now he was shouting at the Golden Crow tribe. This young man was really too arrogant. Fortunately, they did not make a move before. Otherwise, they would also be slapped in the face today. The scene was a little awkward for a moment. However, at this time, there was a sneer. Lin Wuti, you are too arrogant. How dare you be rude to your senior? Today, I will teach you how to respect your elders on behalf of Wuxia City. A cold voice rang out. It made people's scalps tingle. Who was it that dared to shout at Lin Wuti at this time? Was it the people of the Thunder God City or the Golden Crow tribe? Everyone was looking for the person. Lin Xian also frowned. This guy dared to provoke him verbally, but didn't dare to show his face? Two golden rays of light flashed in his eyes and slashed at the crowd. Suddenly, a part of the void was shattered. A few figures were in a very sorry state, screaming crazily. How dare you attack us? You are courting death. Lin Xian sneered. Do you think I won't be able to find you if you hide in the crowd? A large hand shot out from his hand and attacked those people. Those people quickly retreated, holding up a crescent moon that spun in the sky. The crescent moon blade slashed at the big golden hand. A sonorous saint sound rang out. Everyone exclaimed and retreated crazily. At the same time, they screamed. It was the New Moon Clan. Lin Xian's face also darkened. The New Moon Clan dared to attack me? His eyes were shining. He stared at Gao Yu. What did he say before? His voice was incomparably cold. Previously, he had already given the New Moon Clan face and didn't kill them. However, the New Moon Clan still dared to act so recklessly. Gao Yu also frowned, and a ray of light appeared in her eyes. In the next moment, she sent a voice transmission to Lin Xian. The New Moon Clan is also divided into factions. They are not from our faction. You can attack as much as you want without any scruples. After saying that, Gao Yu turned and left with her people. Since they were not from Gao Yu's side, they should be Gao Yu's opponent. In that case, Lin Xian didn't need to be polite. He had already warned these people, but they still dared to attack. Buzz. He slapped 2 people into blood mist and sent 3 people flying. Damn it, how dare you kill me? The New Moon Clan people roared. Not far away, more people gathered here and surrounded Lin Xian. Chapter 38:18. Since the New Moon Clan killed me, why can't I kill you all? I've already spoken to your little saint, and all the grudges between us have been written off. If you dare to attack me again, I'll kill you all. Do you really think I don't dare to? Lin Xian's voice was sonorous. Kid, you're too arrogant. First, you disrespected my princess. Now you're killing my clansmen. Do you really think my New Moon Clan is easy to bully? From afar, a terrifying figure walked out. Everyone was shocked. Could it be that the New Moon Clan was going to attack? Oh God, how many major forces were going to attack Lin Xian? Lin Xian sneered in disdain. Since Gao Yu had already said that he could start a massacre, how could he be lenient? Who from your New Moon Clan dares to fight me? I'll do it. A man walked up. His speed was very fast. Like a crescent moon, he instantly rushed towards Lin Xian. No way, they're really going to fight? Everyone was shocked. Lin Wudi was already so powerful. What did the New Moon Clan rely on to dare to fight with Lin Wudi? When the figure arrived near Lin Xian, he suddenly shot out a beam of green light, which turned into an afterimage as it slashed forward. Lin Xian felt a chill down his spine and moved sideways. The place where he was originally standing was constantly shattered. The surrounding onlookers were also shocked. What was that? This aura was really too terrifying. That was a full moon. Heavens, the other party actually took out this thing? Legend had it that the full moon was formed by the condensation of the moon. It was said that the super experts of the New Moon Clan had once traveled the universe and saw some damaged moons. Using a peerless law, they refined those damaged moons into weapons. That was one after another terrifying full moon. This thing was very terrifying. It was not weaker than a sacred weapon. Moreover, it was connected to the New Moon Clan's bloodline. It was abnormally terrifying. At this moment, it was a full moon that was shot out. No wonder the people of the New Moon Clan dared to attack. It turned out that they brought a full moon. Kid, you're quite fast at dodging. However, can you hide for the rest of your life? With a wave of his hand, the moon returned to him and floated up and down beside him. His eyes were filled with killing intent. Lin Xian also frowned. These people were too despicable. They didn't know what was good for them. They actually wanted to kill him. He guessed that they should be Gao Yu's enemies. He had saved Gao Yu once before, and was remembered by those people. Now he should be here for revenge. These people were also related to the human world. Lin Xian's eyes were cold as he turned into a purple flash and charged over. In addition, the person from the New Moon race sneered. The full moon in his hand released an unparalleled aura. It suddenly became bigger, as if it had turned into a moon, and attacked. In an instant, it enveloped Lin Xian. Ha 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 ha, what Lin Wudi? That's all there is to it. In front of our New Moon Clan, they cannot even withstand a single blow. The man raised his head to the sky and laughed. The people of the New Moon Clan also revealed looks of disdain. The surrounding people were shocked. Had Lin Wudi been suppressed? It was too unbelievable. How could such a strong person, who couldn't last for a lifetime, be defeated? Someone said that the battle with Lei Qian had used up too much of his energy. Yes, he had defeated Lei Qian. It was not easy for him to defeat Lei Qian. He must have been injured. If he were to engage in such a battle, he would definitely be at a disadvantage. Despicable and shameless New Moon Clan, if you have the ability, wait for our Lin Wudi to have a battle at the pinnacle. That's right. What kind of hero was he to fight now? Those followers were also screaming crazily. Shut up. Whoever dares to make a ruckus, I will kill him. The people of the New Moon Clan roared crazily. They were so frightened that they shut their mouths. They did not dare to speak, but their eyes were filled with anger. The people of the New Moon Clan sneered. What battle at the pinnacle? This world was all about winners and losers. A loss was a loss. There were no excuses. It was too early to say that. Did you really think that a mere moon could suppress me? Suddenly, a sneer came from the void in front. When this voice came out, everyone was in an uproar. The people of the New Moon clan screamed, "Impossible, you are still alive." They were too shocked. Damn it. Go to hell. The man crazily activated the full moon. The laws on it kept intertwining. The void shattered again, and turned into nothingness. Boom. However, this time around the enormous moon started to tremble, and stones started to fall from it. It even caused the sky to fall and the earth to crack. Damn it. He was fighting back. He was bombarding the moon. He would definitely not be able to come out. These people gritted their teeth. However, in the next moment, countless cracks appeared on the full moon. Then it suddenly flew out. The man of the New Moon clan also vomited blood and screamed. Lin Xian rushed forward. Sword chi bloomed all over his body. 9 suns divine fire swept through the world. He was like a peerless god of war. He rushed out and looked down on the world. You want to suppress me with a mere moon? As he spoke, he moved his fists. He activated an unparalleled secret technique and directly punched the huge moon, causing it to explode. The shattered full moon chakram turned into countless pieces of rubble, scattering all over the ground. The man of the New Moon clan also exploded. His soul was caught by Lin Xian and destroyed with a sword. No. Damn it. The people of the New Moon clan screamed crazily. Kill him. Everyone attacked together. These people pulled out their swords and sabers. Terrifying moonlight shadows appeared on their bodies. At the same time, a few people said, "Elders, seniors, this kid is too presumptuous. Why don't we join forces to take him down?" The people of Thunder God City nodded. All right, let's join forces. Many people rushed out. The people of the Golden Crow clan did not say anything, but it seemed that they were about to make a move. 2 figures walked out. On the side of the Demon City, their eyes flickered, but they did not make a move for the time being. Because if the 3 sides joined forces, the other party would definitely die. There was no need for them to join forces. They only needed to watch the tigers fight. Come, today Lin will start a massacre. Lin Xian pulled out the unparalleled sword and the great destruction spear. One sword chi was like a dragon, and the other half was overflowing with demonic chi. The murderous aura on his body was really too sharp. What, you want to bully me with numbers? Ask your grandpa dragon first if I agree. The dark red dragon also flew over. The North Demon and Heishan also came to Lin Xian's side. The aura on their bodies was also incomparably terrifying. Lin Wudi actually had helpers. Everyone was surprised, but there were only 3 of them. Facing dozens of experts, could he win? Kid, I'll let you all go to hell today. The people of Thunder God City sneered. The people of the New Moon clan were murderous. The 2 experts of the Golden Crow clan were even more furious. It seemed that a great battle was about to break out. However, at this moment, an array flashed in the sky. Countless people were directly teleported over. Who dares to attack my Wushuang city? The voice was incomparably sharp. Everyone was shocked. The people of Wushuang city had arrived. Countless figures descended and came to Lin Xian's side. Greetings, eldest senior brother. Many people bowed to Lin Xian. These people were the 3rd-generation disciples, and Lin Xian was their eldest senior brother. It's here again. Please recommend monthly vote, subscribe, bookmark, tip. Chapter 38:19. The people of Peerless City had arrived. Many people screamed. Even the people from the Thunder God City, the Golden Crow clan, and the New Moon clan stopped and frowned. Eldest senior brother, what should we do next? Well, listen to you. Shui Tiancheng, Gui Li Shibufan Wang Xiaofeng, and the others were among them. Lin Xian looked around and didn't see Xin Jingqiu. He asked where Qiu'er was. Senior sister Jingqiu has something to do, so she didn't come with us. However, she will go to Heavenly Fate Star. Wang Xiaofeng said. Hearing this, Lin Xian nodded. Then he turned his head and looked at the people of Thunder God City, Golden Crow clan, and New Moon clan. He asked, someone is provoking Peerless City. What should you do? Kill. Guili pulled out a ghost sword. Shibufan, Shui Tiancheng, and the others also pulled out their swords. Kill. Their killing intent shook the sky and the 9 heavens. Very good. Lin Xian also raised his peerless sword. His eyes were filled with killing intent. He drew a spatial crack in front of him. Those who crossed the line would be killed without mercy. A cold voice sounded. The people of Peerless City were filled with killing intent. The surrounding people were completely stunned. Song Tianya was too handsome and too strong. Not only Lin Wudi was strong, but the geniuses of Peerless City were also very strong. The people of New Moon Clan had ugly expressions. They knew that it was impossible to kill the other party today. They could only look at the people of Golden Crow Clan and Thunder God City. Seniors, do you really want to see the other party being so arrogant? They wanted to provoke the minor saints. Although there were many geniuses from Peerless City, none of them were minor saints. As long as a minor saint made a move, they could definitely defeat them. The surrounding people were also in an uproar. Lin Xian frowned. These people of New Moon Clan were really courting death. Did they really think that he wouldn't dare to make a move? Senior brother Lin, don't worry. Shui Tiancheng stood out and looked forward. Minor saints, right? Do you really think that Peerless City doesn't have any? Our senior brother Hong Yi will be here soon, and the other second-generation senior brothers will also come. At that time, they would spar with the little saints. Is Fu Hongye coming too? Everyone sucked in a cold breath. Fu Hongye was too strong. Ordinary minor saints were no match for her. The other party was threatening him. Indeed, the faces of the people of the Thunder Saint City turned ugly. Even the experts of the Golden Crow Clan furrowed their brows. The atmosphere was heavy for a moment. Those people in the distance didn't know whether to fight or not. However, no one dared to speak. However, a person spoke. It was that witch. She walked up to him with a smile. He smiled and said, "Gentlemen, do you still want to fight?" Hearing this, Lei Shengcheng's face turned even darker. The elite of the Golden Crow tribe also snorted coldly. The demoness laughed. "I know you are all geniuses. If you want to fight, it won't be too late to fight another day. I have a suggestion. Why don't we stop here today? 3 days later, there will be a heavenly devil overturning domain in the vicinity. I wonder if everyone is interested in watching it." Heavenly demon cover. Many people's expressions changed, revealing a wisp of surprise. "Is your demonic palace inviting us?" The small saint of the Thunder Saint City said. The small saint of the Demon City was also tempted. The demoness laughed. "Naturally. Not only you. We also want to invite the whole world. However, it's only limited to the young geniuses. Elders, please don't compete with us juniors." "Alright, then I'll give the demoness face. 3 days later, right? I'll go back and prepare." The small saint of the Thunder Saint City turned around and left with his people. The people of the Demon City also left. The experts of the New Moon Clan and the Golden Crow Clan also left. The demoness looked at Lin Xian and said with a smile, "Young Master Lin is so strong. You must not miss it in 3 days." The demoness also left, leaving only the people of the Wushuang City. These people breathed a sigh of relief. Lin Xian asked, "What is the heavenly demon cover?" Shui Tiancheng said it was a method of the demonic palace. It was rumored that the demonic palace was in the heavenly demon cover. It didn't have a fixed location. It was always floating. Lin Xian was surprised that the demonic palace was so mysterious. Gui Li also frowned. What are these demons trying to do? Inviting so many young geniuses and experts to the heavenly demon cover. They couldn't be thinking of capturing all these young geniuses and monopolizing the heavenly fate star, right? As soon as he said this, many people gasped. However, Bufan shook his head. "The method you mentioned is feasible, but have you thought of the consequences? If so many geniuses died in the Saint City, they would join hands to destroy the demonic palace. At that time, the demonic palace would be in a miserable state. So I think they're not thinking of killing geniuses. But I don't know what they're planning. Shall we go and take a look in 3 days?" "All right." Lin Xian nodded. "Everyone, let's set up camp in this world. Whoever wants to go in 3 days, come with me." Then everyone set up camp. The news of the heavenly demon cover was also spread out. The young geniuses on the 4 moons were greatly tempted. It was rumored that the heavenly demon cover was very mysterious. It was a floating world. The demonic palace was inside. It was rumored that the demonic palace was a very ancient palace. Tens of thousands of years ago, a powerful demon obtained and refined it, forming the demonic palace. There were many secrets inside. If they could go in, they might be able to investigate. So the large families of the Saint City sent their geniuses to prepare to go. Outer realm. In a pitch-black starry sky, the witch and the others rushed back. The witch took out a token with the word demon written on it. She gently shook it, and the void in front of her rippled. The witch and the others walked in. After entering, the scenery changed greatly. Inside there were palaces, pavilions, mountains, and rivers. Of course, they were all dyed with a layer of black demonic chi. This was the place where the demons lived. Greetings, witch. The people in the demonic palace bowed. The witch flew all the way until she came to a palace and walked in. Protector, the news has been spread. That person has been investigated. It's Lin Wudi. He should be here in 3 days. Not only him, we've also invited the 4 moons. Most of the young geniuses who came to participate in the Heavenly Fate Star will come. At that time, we'll know if there's hope. In front of her, there were 4 figures sitting cross-legged in the void. When they heard the witch's words, they opened their eyes. Got it. One of the elders said in a deep voice. The witch said, I'm sorry to disturb the 4 elders. I'll take my leave now. After saying that, she turned around and left. However, at this moment, another elder spoke. Ying. The witch stopped, turned her head, and asked respectfully, Protector, is there anything else? Are you unhappy that we didn't choose you? Ying didn't dare to. The witch knelt on the ground. One of the figures landed and turned into an old woman. He was wearing a black cloak and was leaning on a purple walking stick as he walked over. This matter is really too important to our demonic palace. Therefore, we have to treat it seriously. You're talented, but you're not the most suitable candidate. Chapter 38:20. 3 days later, in the outer realm, the young geniuses and experts on the 4 moons rose into the air and followed the witch to the outer realm. At this moment, the outer realm was incomparably dark. There was no light at all. Everyone knew that this was the sky demon shroud. Lin Xian felt the terrifying demonic chi and was extremely shocked. Was this the demon race? Suddenly, he felt the great destruction spear in his body tremble. It also emitted a shocking demonic chi that penetrated his body. Don't be agitated. It's not the time for you to attack. Lin Xian suppressed the demonic chi and comforted it. The Great Destruction Spear. The Great Destruction Spear was the sacred weapon of the great demon race. It was passed down from generations of great demons. It was abnormally ancient. Previously, Lin Xian had killed a great demon and forcefully seized it. He used the great dragon sword soul to cleanse it daily, causing the demonic will inside to dissipate. In its place, it was incomparably close to him. Lin Xian could now use it with ease. At this moment, the demonic chi released by the Great Destruction Spear must have been infected by the Sky Demon Shroud. In front, the witch smiled and said, Everyone, please follow me. She took out the Sky Demon token and shook it gently. Instantly, a crack opened in the Sky Demon Shroud. The witch walked in. The others also followed suit. After entering, everyone exclaimed. The Sky Demon Shroud was too vast. It was a world of its own. Mountains and rivers, a magnificent scene. Moreover, whether it was the mountains, rivers, or trees, they were all covered in a layer of demonic chi. They felt a terrifying suppression here. If they attacked here, they would probably use 30% of the duck's strength. The North Demon frowned. The dark red divine dragon also muttered. What a strange place. Black Mountain also came, but he had already entered the Black Earth. It seemed that he didn't care. In addition to the North Demon and the dark red divine dragon, Shirbufan and Wang Xiaofeng from Water Sky City also came. They also followed Lin Xian. After the group of people entered, they looked around. The people in the Sky Demon Shroud were all from the demon race. At this moment, they also came out and looked around curiously. The geniuses of the demon race also came up to interact with the surrounding experts and geniuses. On Lin Xian's side, another person also flew over. It was a tall man with a monstrous demonic aura. He was wearing a black armor, and had an extraordinary bearing. This must be young Master Lin. I've long heard of your name. Now that I've met you, you are indeed extraordinary. The tall man looked at Lin Xian, his eyes shining brightly. Lin Xian said, "You flatter me. It's just some rumors. Don't take it seriously. Mr. Lin, let me introduce you. This is one of the top geniuses of our demonic palace. His name is Emoku." The witch floated over and introduced Lin Xian to Lin Xian with a smile. She became Lin Xian's guide. When the others saw this, they all frowned, especially Lei Shenqing and the Golden Crow tribe, who all harumphed coldly. A cold glint appeared in their eyes. What did the other party mean? Could it be that the other party thought that Lin Wudi was the best among them? Otherwise, why would the witch stay by his side and not come to them? Although the ones who received them were young and beautiful ladies, and some were dazzling geniuses, compared to the witch, their status was still lacking. One day I'll teach this kid a lesson. The people of Thunder God City gritted their teeth. The eyes of the few young geniuses of the Golden Crow tribe were filled with killing intent. "Everyone, please follow me." Speaking until here, the witch whistled softly. Countless demonic crows flew over from afar. Those demonic crows were completely black. After landing, the geniuses walked up and brought them to fly in the sky. The mountains and rivers below became small. Everyone also felt a demonic wind blowing over. After flying for a while, the demonic aura in front of them suddenly filled the air. There was a palace floating inside, faintly discernible. The aura emitted shocked everyone, instantly attracting countless gazes. What was that? There was a floating palace there. Could that be the legendary demonic palace? Countless screams rang out. The eyes of the geniuses of Thunder God City and the Golden Crow tribe were also filled with radiance. They stared straight ahead. Lin Xian was also surprised. This was the demonic palace, right? It indeed had a mysterious aura. He used the heavenly secret divine eye to observe, but found that it was blocked by a layer of demonic aura. The dark red dragon also muttered. It was rumored that the demonic palace contained endless secrets. If they could enter it, perhaps, he chuckled. Lin Xian glared at him. "Don't mess around. This is the territory of the demon race." "Don't worry, I know." The dark red dragon shook his head. It seemed that he was still unwilling to give up. The witch smiled. She waved her hand and led the demonic crows away from the demonic palace, flying into the distance. At the same time, she said that this place was the core of the demon race. Our demon race was named after it. Next, everyone went to other places to look, and then landed in the palace below. The experts of the demon race invited the geniuses into the palace. "Everyone, this way please." The witch led them in, but soon, someone came out and whispered a few words. The witch smiled. "I know," she said, "this way please." She changed her direction and walked to the other side. Everyone was surprised. Could it be that there was someone ahead? Lin Xian asked curiously. "Is there a guest in the demonic palace?" "Yes, there is. Moreover, he just arrived." "I didn't know," the witch said with a smile. "What kind of guest is this? How dare he be so arrogant?" The people of Thunder God City snorted. They were unhappy as they felt that they were being ignored. The sky pride of the Golden Crow tribe snorted. "Which, can you tell us?" His voice was extremely sharp, as if there was no room for doubt. The demoness glanced at the prodigy from the Golden Crow tribe, and a smile appeared on her face. She also knew that this genius from the Golden Crow race was extremely terrifying. His dermic powers reached the heavens. His name was Jean Patian. The witch stopped and looked at Jean Patian with a smile. This person had a great background. He came from the Great Desolate Mansion. He was the previous Huang Zi of the Great Desolate Mansion. Huang Shisan. "What? It's him." Everyone was shocked. Jean Potion's face changed. The previous Huang Zi. The people of Thunder God City were shocked. They had heard of him long ago, but they didn't expect him to be here. At this moment, these young sky prides were extremely shocked. Lin Xian was surprised. Who is this Huang Shisan? Is he very powerful? He didn't know much about the major forces in the second astral realm. Wang Xiaofeng said. Of course he's powerful. The witch looked at Lin Xian and smiled. Young Master Lin, are you not familiar with Huang Shisan? Let me introduce him to you. Huang Shisan is from the Great Desolate Mansion. He is the previous Huang Zi of the Great Desolate Mansion. The Great Desolate Mansion is also a member of the Saint City. Young master, do you understand now? Thank you for the information. Lin Xian nodded. He was surprised. The previous Huang Zi was the chief disciple and a leading figure. What is he doing here? He doesn't seem to be from the younger generation. Chapter 38-21. Young Master Lin probably didn't know that Huang Shisan was as famous as Fu Hongye back then. His name shook the second astral realm, and his cultivation base was unfathomable. Lin Xian sucked in a breath of cold air when he heard this. He was well aware of how powerful his senior brother, Fu Hongye, was. Some of the small saints were shocked. They didn't expect Huang Shisan to be as famous as Fu Hongye. It seemed like he had underestimated Huang Shisan. When the others heard Fu Hongye's name, they swallowed their saliva in shock. Huang Shisan was definitely someone they looked up to. Fortunately, Huang Shisan wasn't from their generation, so they didn't have to face him directly. At this moment, a sky pride of the New Moon clan spoke. Could you introduce us to Huang Shisan? Yeah, it wasn't easy to meet such a legendary figure. The Myriad Demon City and Thunder God City also spoke. Even Jin Patian was tempted. The legendary Huang Shisan of the previous generation. How powerful was he? Well, I'll give it a try. The Shisan said something to Moku, and then led the way. The group walked towards the east. After passing through a few buildings, they finally arrived at a great hall. The great hall was magnificent, and laughter could be heard from time to time. However, it was blocked by a screen and a formation. They couldn't see anything, but they could vaguely see a majestic figure sitting there with his legs crossed. What a terrifying aura. They could feel the vigorous blood and chi of the person standing outside. It was as if they had been in a furnace for the whole day, melting them. Everyone, please wait for a moment. I'll give it a try. The Shisan walked in while the others waited anxiously. Many of them were excited. After a while, the Shisan came out with an unnatural look on her face. They didn't notice it and asked eagerly, "Can we go in now?" The people of the New Moon clan asked. The people of the Myriad Demon City and Thunder God City also said the same thing. Yes, Shisan, please lead the way. The Shisan took a deep breath and smiled. Everyone, young Master Huang said that it's inconvenient for him. Why don't I bring you to visit other places? Everyone was stunned when they heard that. The dark red divine dragon snorted. Wow, he's so arrogant. Lin Xian frowned. This Huang Shisan was too arrogant. How could he avoid meeting so many sky prides? Huang Shisan was a famous figure a few hundred years ago. He looked at them as if he was a big brother looking at a younger brother. He probably wouldn't be interested in them. The surrounding geniuses instantly understood what was going on, and their faces turned ugly. He didn't want to see them. They were so angry that they were trembling. Which one of them wasn't a genius? Now that they had gathered together, they were truly a terrifying group of people. They were Shisan's little Shisan. But now, the other party had completely ignored them and directly disappeared. What kind of arrogance was this? However, they also knew that the other party was the last generation's Huang Zi, equally famous as Fu Hongye, so he indeed had the right to be arrogant. However, the feeling of being looked down upon was really too unpleasant. The top genius of the Golden Crow race, Jin Patian, stepped out and said, Jin Wuzu Jin Patian. When he heard that the previous prince was here, he specially came to meet him. His voice was like a clap of thunder. The surrounding geniuses were stunned. They didn't expect the expert from the Golden Crow tribe to be so bold. Even those from the demon race were taken aback. The Demoness and Emoku quickly went in. They were afraid that Huang Shisan would be angry. After a while, the two of them walked out. This time, a figure walked out behind the two of them. That person's body emitted an unparalleled light. His aura was unusually strong. Could it be that Huang Shisan came out? Everyone was shocked. They didn't expect the genius from the Golden Crow tribe to be so respected. Jin Patian was overjoyed. Did you see that? This was the strength of the Golden Crow tribe. Others couldn't invite him out, but he could. Emoku said. Young Master Huang had something to do inside and couldn't come out. So he drew an avatar to meet everyone. Why aren't you welcoming him? Everyone felt uncomfortable when they heard that. How could they welcome an avatar? Everyone was unhappy. However, no one dared to object. That was because the aura of an incarnation was already very terrifying. Greetings, young Master Huang. With someone taking the lead, the others didn't dare to be careless and bowed. Emoku, who was by the side, started introducing to young Master Huang. This was a genius of the Thunder God, a genius of the New Moon clan. This was Jean Patian, the genius of the Golden Crow tribe. Hearing that, the figure in front turned his gaze and stared at Jean Patian. Jean Patian immediately tensed up and revealed a look of shock. To be honest, he was too stunned. Previously, in his opinion, an incarnation was nothing. He didn't think much of it. But now, he felt that all his secrets had been seen through by the other party. This avatar was not something he could resist. Therefore, he put away his arrogance. This was Lin Wudi, young Master Lin. Emoku started to introduce Lin Xian and the others. Hearing that, Huang Shisan frowned. Lin Wudi, you overestimate yourself. How dare you call yourself invincible? His eyes were filled with disdain. Lin Xian furrowed his brows. The people from Peerless City also looked displeased. Was this guy looking down on them? Seeing that, the surrounding people were overjoyed. This was great. Some of them were ready to create a small conflict like Lei Shen. It would be best to let Huang Shisan and Lin Wudi fight. This way, it would be better to kill with a borrowed knife. A genius from Thunder God City sneered. Young Master Huang didn't know that Lin Wudi was also very arrogant. Yeah, it was said that he didn't care about any of the Sacred City's geniuses. A person from the New Moon tribe sneered. Young Master Huang probably didn't know that Lin Wudi was the chief disciple of Wushuang City. Wushuang City. Hearing that, Huang Shisan's eyes lit up and shrouded Lin Xian. Suddenly, Lin Xian felt a great pressure. Beside him, Shirbufan and the others from Water Sky City felt their hearts beating wildly. You're from Wushuang City? He said coldly. That's right. Lin Xian's face darkened and he nodded. Huang Shisan was too aggressive. Kid, you're too arrogant. Don't think that you have the right to be arrogant just because you're the chief disciple. From now on, you're not allowed to use the word invincible. If you dare to use it again, I'll break your legs the next time I see you. Hearing that, everyone's face changed. The people from Wushuang City were even more shocked. Lin Xian's face darkened and he sneered. My title has nothing to do with you. This guy dared to refute Huang Shisan. Does he want to die? Everyone was shocked. Even Jean Patian was stunned. To be honest, when he faced Huang Shisan, he didn't dare to resist. He didn't expect Huang Shisan to be so reckless and dare to resist. Chapter 38-22. The people of the New Moon clan sneered. Great, this brat doesn't know what's good for him. It would be best if he angered Huang 13. Then he would be killed mercilessly. But at the same time, they were shocked. Lin Xian was too strong, even when he was facing Huang 13. If they didn't get rid of him today, they would be suppressed for the rest of their lives. To be honest, they targeted Lin Xian and wanted to kill Lin Xian because they were afraid of Lin Xian. Hearing Lin Xian's words, Huang 13 sneered. You dare to provoke me? Look at them. Who dares to go against me? You don't know what's good for you. You think I won't dare to touch you just because you're from Wushuang City? Kid, let me tell you why. Even I don't dare to use the word invincible. Who do you think you are? That was Huang 13's mentality. He was high and mighty, and other than a few people, he didn't put the others in his eyes. Even someone like him didn't dare to call himself invincible. How could an ant use it? That was why he was dissatisfied. What a joke. There were many things you didn't dare to use, but others couldn't use it? There was no such logic in this world. Lin Xian didn't back down. His heart of martial arts was very firm. His goal was to become a great emperor. He wanted to surpass all the ancient times and stand above everything. How could he change his mind just because of a few words from Huang 13? If that's the case, what's the point of walking the path of a great emperor? He might as well go home and sell sweet potatoes. Kid, do you know who you're facing? Huang 13's face darkened, and a shocking killing intent emerged. At that moment, everyone felt their hair stand on end. Even the people from the demonic palace changed their faces. The woman gave Lin Xian a look, telling him not to act rashly. Lin Xian's expression was cold. He couldn't back down under such a strong gaze. Kid, you're arrogant enough. But you don't know what's good for you. Even your senior brother, Fu Hongya, didn't dare to talk to me like that. You. Huang 13 took a step forward. You have two choices. First, kneel down and kowtow, admit your mistake, and take back your words. And from now on, they were not allowed to use the word invincible. Secondly, you can continue to persevere, but I will act to kill you. Today, I will let you die in the desolate spring. Choose for yourself. As soon as he said this, the faces of the people from Peerless City changed. The northern demon and the dark red divine dragon's faces darkened. This was too arrogant. They hadn't provoked the other party, and they didn't even know each other. Just because Lin Xian gave them a title, the other party wanted to kill them? This king is so angry. The dark red dragon gnashed its teeth. Lin Xian's expression turned even colder. To be honest, he didn't understand why the other party was targeting him. Although it was a little arrogant of him to use the title of invincible, so what? This was his own matter. Why would the other party target him like this? Perhaps there were other reasons other than the word invincible. Could it be because of his identity? At the thought of this, he quickly sent a voice transmission. Who knew about Desolate 13's past? Shui Tianchen thought for a while and said, I've heard of it. 500 years ago, there were some outstanding people. Our senior brother Fu Hongya was one of them, and the other was Desolate 13. At that time, the two of them were like the sun in the sky, and they even fought many times. Desolate 13 didn't seem to have the upper hand against senior brother Fu Hongyu. I understand. Lin Xian squinted his eyes. Desolate 13 had been defeated by Fu Hongya, and he hated the entire Peerless City. Now that they were the newcomers of Peerless City, it was natural that they would be suppressed. Lin Xian sneered after he understood this. Two choices? What a bold claim. Your great desolate mansion can't control Peerless City. Now, I will tell you my choice. I choose the third choice. I will not change Lin Woody's title, nor will I apologize to you, nor will I die in your hands. Lin Xian's voice resounded through the 9 heavens, and everyone was moved. Many people were shocked. Lin Woody was too strong, and his martial will was too firm. His future was limitless. Moreover, they were impressed by his courage. Some of them sneered. Haha, how dare you provoke Desolate 13? Let's see how you will die this time. You don't have a third choice. Since you don't want to kowtow and apologize, I will have to do it myself. A terrifying aura appeared in Desolate 13's hand. Do you have the cheek to attack me? Aren't you from the same generation as senior brother Fu Hongyu? Are you going to attack the younger generation? You are really powerful. Did you lose to senior brother Fu Hongyu? You are angry because of that, so you want to target Peerless City. Shut up. You are courting death. Desolate 13 was completely enraged. Who told you that I lost to Fu Hongya? The killing intent on his body became even more terrifying. Lin Xian wasn't afraid, and his body shone with a golden light. I am right. If you are really strong, go and fight with senior brother Fu. Let's see if you are a match for him. Now you are bullying the younger generation. What kind of strength are you? I look down on you. Lin Xian's eyes were filled with disdain. What a sharp-tongued kid. Who would have thought that after a few hundred years, someone like you would appear in Peerless City? You are too arrogant. Today, I will teach you a lesson. How should you face the experts of your generation? I will not bully you. My incarnation is at the 5th heaven. If you can defeat my incarnation, I will let you go. If you can't, then prepare to die. Desolate 13 was completely enraged. His eyes were filled with killing intent, and he looked like he was about to attack. Young Master Huang, this isn't good. The demon lady walked out with a frown. She had brought these geniuses here for a very important matter. It was related to the demonic palace, especially Lin Xian. If Lin Xian were to be killed or beaten to the point where not even his bones remained, then their plan would be ruined. You don't have to care about this matter. It has nothing to do with the demonic palace. I am just teaching this kid a lesson. Desolate 13's voice was cold. Even though he was in the demonic palace, he still did not give the demon lady any face. Kid, are you ready to die? Desolate 13's voice was cold as he looked ahead. Lin Xian's face was cold. On the other side, the dark red divine dragon was furious. Damn, Grandpa Dragon will teach you a lesson. He wanted to rush out, but he was stopped by the northern demon. Don't be rash. The demon lady frowned. Young Master Huang, this is the demonic palace. Leave some leeway for us to meet in the future. Leave some leeway? What can you do if I go all out today? Desolate 13 turned around and stared at the demon lady. The demon lady tensed up as if she was facing a great enemy. Those from the demonic palace were also shocked. They rushed forward and tried to persuade the demon lady. This was a ruthless and powerful person. Although he was just an incarnation, no one dared to provoke him. After all, his real body was still here. The demon lady might not be able to stop such a person. Chapter 38-23. The witch was also angered to the point where her small face became ice cold. When had they ever suffered such humiliation in their own territory? She shouted, "Young Master Lin, let's go." Then he wanted to leave with Lin Xian. Did I allow you to leave? Either you kowtow and apologize, change your title, or you die. There was no other choice. Huang Shan took a step forward and blocked the way. At the same time, the terrifying aura on his body sealed the entire area. The surrounding geniuses trembled in fear and quickly retreated. This was a person who was crazy to the extreme. Lin Xian turned around and stared at Huang Shan. You really want to fight me? Using your incarnation? That's right. Do you dare? Lin Xian laughed. Why wouldn't I? However, I'm afraid that it'll kill your incarnation, and you'll come out with your real body. How about this? You can come out with your real body and suppress your cultivation base. We'll fight on the same level, and it'll kill you like a dog. Lin Xian's words were shocking. Thousands of lightning bolts fell from the sky. My real body. You're not worthy. Unless your senior brother Fu Hongya is here, none of you will fight with my real body. I'm already giving you face by using my incarnation to fight with you. At this point, the clone attacked, not giving Lin Xian any choice at all. A palm flew across the sky, shattering heaven and earth. Not good. Beside Lin Xian, the faces of Sherbufan and the others changed. They could feel a violent force trying to destroy them. Step back. Oh, fight him. Lin Xian waved his hand and asked everyone to step back. At the same time, he let out a long roar and punched out. Boom. His palm collided with his opponent's, causing heaven and earth to shatter. A terrifying aura swept out in all directions. The surrounding geniuses were all pushed back by the force. The witch screamed. He's crazy. He's crazy. She was dissatisfied with Huang Shan's strength, but she did not expect Lin Xian to accept the challenge. In her opinion, none of the young geniuses dared to go against someone like Huang Shan. Even if it was just an incarnation, they wouldn't be able to defeat it. However, Lin Xian wasn't afraid at all. Instead, he continued to attack. Could the other party really withstand it? She wanted to make a move, but at that moment, an aged voice rang out in her ears. Don't stop them, let them fight. It just so happens that we want to see how talented this kid is. Hearing this, the witch's body shook. She transmitted her voice and said, Yes, Protector, I understand. She knew that the 4 great protectors of the demonic palace had already begun to watch the battle from the surroundings. If the 2 of you want to fight, sure. My demonic palace will provide the venue. At this point, she waved her hand and activated the formation. The boundless demonic chi in the surroundings transformed into strange runes that shrouded the entire area. They have activated a supreme defensive formation. The others also retreated to the distance, nervously watching the battle. Boom. Lin Xian made his move. His entire body was like a kuanpeng. His speed was extremely fast as he charged forward. Daring to take the initiative to attack me. Your courage is commendable, but today you will die without a doubt. Huang Shan sneered. Although it was just a clone, he was extremely confident. He raised his palm and struck forward. A thunderous sound was heard, and the void was shattered by his attack. Boom. Lin Xian struck out tens of fists that shone brightly in the sky. They were like tens of suns as they collided with the opponent's palm. The sky fell and the earth cracked. The 2 forces came from all directions. At this moment, everyone was stunned. They didn't expect that Lin Xian would really make his move. Moreover, from the looks of it, Lin Xian was able to go against Huang Shisan. Although it was just a clone, it was too amazing. Huang Shisan was already famous 500 years ago. Not to mention now. This kid is so strong. Jean Potion's face turned serious. The people from Lei Shunqing and Thousand Demons City narrowed their eyes. The people from the demonic palace were also stunned. Even the experts from the demonic palace who were watching the battle in the dark were shocked. The four great protectors were interested. This kid is amazing. If he meets the last condition, then this person, we must get our hands on him. Even though it was just a simple exchange of blows, everyone could tell that Lin Xian's talent and his physique were way too strong for their liking. Blocking the opponent's palm, Lin Xian sneered. Is this your strength? You said that you want to kill me, but that's all you got. What, Huang Shisan? That's just an undeserved reputation. You don't deserve to be on the same level as my senior brother Hong Yi. Ignorant. Huang Shisan snorted. His eyes shone brightly. He rushed forward. His palm was like a ball of fire that danced. It was so bright that everyone couldn't open their eyes. One could imagine how terrifying that palm was. Kill. Lin Xian didn't dodge. He waved his Nine Suns divine fist and fought back. His golden fist exploded. At the same time, the black qilin tattoo on his body jumped. It was a human-shaped qilin. Huang Shisan's palm was pushed back. The dark red divine dragon exclaimed, "Damn, is it really just a clone? How can it be so strong?" The North demons were shocked too. They knew that Lin Xian's physique was strong. But now there was someone who could fight against Lin Xian's physique. Moreover, it was just a clone. It was unbelievable. One had to admit that Huang Shisan was too strong. Lin Xian noticed it too. But he wasn't afraid. Huang Shisan was a generation older than him. It was normal for him to be strong. But he was confident that he could destroy Huang Shisan's clone. Buzz. Lin Xian summoned the 5 elemental laws and formed a sword. He slashed down. The palm was directly sliced open. What a terrifying sword technique. Everyone was shocked. They had seen how powerful it was, but it still couldn't block the sword. Lin Xian's sword qi was even more terrifying than his physique. Huang Shisan was stunned too. His eyes shone brightly. He raised his hand and slashed out a blade. The blade was like the river Styx, rolling in the sky. It could kill gods and Buddhas. The surrounding geniuses were all trembling. It was as if the blade could cut any of them in half. The blade and the sword clashed. In the blink of an eye, 30 moves had passed. The void was shattered, and the ground was sinking. It was a scene of destruction. Lin Xian crossed his arms and slammed down. An immortal pagoda appeared in the endless demonic qi and slammed down. In an instant, it shattered the desolate blade. Not only that, it even sent Huang Shisan's clone flying. What was that? It was too terrifying. Some people's pupils shrank. Even the people of the older generation from the demonic palace exclaimed in surprise. The aura that the pagoda gave off was truly too extraordinary. Why did it feel like the hidden immortal pagoda? Some people's mouths were dry. They had read about the hidden immortal pagoda in ancient books. The pagoda that Lin Xian had conjured right now was simply too similar. Could it be that he had seen the hidden immortal pagoda before? They were dumbfounded. Chapter 38-24. Huang Shisan raised his head and roared. The desolate's aura on his body continued to gather, and the laws of nature gathered together to form a peerless saber that he held in his hand. Slash! He slashed out more than 30 times, shattering heaven and earth. The void collapsed silently. The illusory hidden immortal pagoda clashed once again. The hidden immortal pagoda shook violently as if it was going to shatter at any moment. Lin Xian's expression changed. The hidden immortal pagoda was so powerful that it had never failed. But now it was showing signs of collapsing under Huang Shisan's long blade. How powerful was he? Lin Xian harumphed coldly. The great dragon sword spirit in his body was activated, emitting a monstrous sword qi. The illusory hidden immortal pagoda became more solid. Not only that, the sky in the other 4 directions shattered, and 3 more immortal burying pagoda appeared. The pagoda suppressed Huang Shisan together. The surrounding people were scared out of their wits. This was too powerful. Lin Woody's superpower was too terrifying. For hidden immortal pagoda. Even Jean Potion's eyelids were twitching. It would be difficult for him to escape from this. This should be his strongest superpower. Huang Chuetian guessed. Otherwise he wouldn't believe it. The New Moon clan lay shunching, and the people of Demon City were gritting their teeth. The 4 illusory hidden immortal pagoda rushed down. Even the powerful Huang Shersan was trembling. His eyes were filled with shock. An ant in his eyes actually had such ability. It was really beyond his expectations. You're strong, but I won't lose. With a roar, his body suddenly enlarged, turning into a giant that could support the heavens and the earth. This giant was too strange. There were countless chains on his body, as if he was locked in the void. However, he was still able to move. He slapped out his palm, which was as big as the sky, and sent one of the hidden immortal pagoda flying. At the same time, he continued to attack. This was the power of desolation. The demoness screamed. Emok's expression was solemn. How could there be such power in the world? This Huang Shersan was really terrifying. After an intense collision, the giant sent the 4 desolate pagoda flying. However, he was not in a good state. Many cracks had appeared on his body, as if his entire body was about to shatter. However, in the end, he still didn't shatter. His body became smaller in the stone and returned to its normal state. He looked at Lin Xian. What other tricks do you have? Show them all. Otherwise, it'll take your life. You are very strong. You are worthy of my full strength. Lin Xian's eyes shone with a resounding light. He felt his blood boiling. It had been a long time since he had experienced such a battle. He wasn't going to hold back. He was going to unleash his full power and divine abilities. Jean Potion didn't believe that this guy was bragging. The people from Thunder God City also sneered. However, the dark red divine dragon sucked in a breath of cold air. Fuck, this is also a battle maniac. The North demons were the same. Their mouths were twitching. They knew how strong Lin Xian was. If he went all out, how terrifying would he be? These people would probably be dumbfounded. He crossed his arms, and endless laws and power once again gathered in front of him. This time, it formed a huge cauldron. The appearance of the dragon pattern cauldron brought with it shocking power. Everyone was stunned again. What kind of divine ability was this? Why did it feel like it was no weaker than the hidden immortal pagoda? What kind of skill did this kid have? It was too strange. They didn't know that the great dragon sword soul could transform into anything. After Lin Xian created the dragon pattern cauldron, he grabbed it and threw it forward. This was something that was even more frightening than an ancient mountain. The void could not withstand it in an instant. Boom! Desolate 13 was sent flying, crashing into countless mountains and rivers. Lin Xian stomped his feet and jumped up like a giant ape. The dragon pattern cauldron in his hand kept attacking. Desolate 13 was defeated. He couldn't resist at all. No way, Desolate 13 was suppressed. Everyone's eyes almost popped out. Although it was just a clone, who could suppress it? But Lin Xian did it. Ah! Desolate 13 roared in anger. He wanted to fight back, but Lin Xian's aura was too strong. His divine body was fully activated, and the black Qilin tattoo covered his body. The dragon pattern cauldron in his hand was incomparably heavy. The 2 dragons seemed to be alive, and they could destroy heaven and earth. Boom! After another fierce collision, Desolate 13 was sent flying. He fell into the ground, and the bottom couldn't be seen. Everyone's scalp went numb. They wanted to see how Desolate 13 was doing. However, Lin Xian's pupils shrank. Not good. He moved sideways and at the same time, he turned around and attacked. Behind him, a biting cold aura hit him and sent him flying. He spat out a mouthful of blood, dyeing the dragon pattern cauldron red. He turned around and saw Desolate 13 turning into a ray of light, charging towards him. Go to hell, brat. Desolate 13's hair was disheveled, and his body was shining brightly. He was like a demon king, filled with murderous intent. Obviously, the loss he suffered just now had made him go berserk. Some people were terrified that Lin Wudi was injured. Those from the Thousand Demon City and Thunder God City sneered. That's right. How could Lin Wudi defeat Desolate 13? That's right, one of his clones could take his life. Kid, it's useless. Although your divine ability is strong, you can't kill me. But I, on the other hand, can take your life. Desolate 13 shone with a biting cold light and turned into two blades. His attacks were extremely sharp. This technique could be called a divine artifact. Lin Xian's body was trembling, and his blood was boiling. Buzz. Another attack. The dragon pattern cauldron was shattered by the two blades, and Lin Xian was sent flying. His black hair fluttered in the wind, and his body turned into rays of sword chi that swam around him. Sword. With a roar, the great dragon sword spirit let out a loud dragon roar. Thousands of rays of sword chi rushed out of Lin Xian's body. They crisscrossed between heaven and earth, turning into a sea of swords. With a wave of his arm, the sky full of sword chi slashed forward, completely drowning Desolate 13. Damn, he's too violent. Every sword could kill a sage. With so many sword chi attacking at the same time, everyone was shocked. Lin Wuxia was too strong. Could it be that he really had the charm of a young great emperor? Damn it, who could suppress such a person? At this moment, the experts were shocked. Those from the Saint City gasped. Perhaps only their chief disciples, the peerless geniuses, could suppress Desolate 13. Roar. In front of them, there was a roar, and the ground shook. The sky full of sword chi was torn apart, and a figure rushed out. Kid, you've completely angered me. I'm going to tear you into pieces. At this moment, countless rays of blade light appeared on Desolate 13's body. It was unusually cold, and turned into a torrent. It fought against the sky full of sword chi. Chapter 38-25. This guy is too powerful. The Dark Divine Dragon exclaimed. He had never seen anyone who could go against Lin Xian to such an extent. This guy is too strong. The Dark Divine Dragon had followed Lin Xian all the way. He knew that Lin Xian had many powerful enemies. However, each of them was earth-shattering. For example, the Great Demon and Yin Nantian had powerful backgrounds. One was his mortal enemy, the other was the successor of a great emperor. That was why he could fight Lin Xian to such an extent. But now, Lin Xian was able to do the same with just a clone. This is unbelievable. Is this your true strength? Interesting. Don't disappoint me. You'd better not disappoint me. Lin Xian sneered. Everyone was stunned. Was Lin Wuxia just playing with Lin Xian? If that's the case, it's too scary. Stop trying to fool me. I'll kill you now. A sky full of saber light slashed down. Both of Huang Shishan's arms released divine power, and turned into two sabers, enveloping Lin Xian. Kill. Lin Xian roared. He charged into the sky and clashed with the two sabers. Boom. Everyone's ears were about to be torn apart. In the next moment, a figure was sent flying. In the sky, countless laws were shattered. Cracks appeared on Huang Shishan's arms as he was sent flying. Kill. Lin Xian waved his arms. Endless sword chi turned into dragons, cheilants, phoenixes, and other forms. They all appeared in the sky. Lin Xian seemed to have created a world of sword chi that pressed down from the sky. Huang Shishan was suppressed again. And this time his injuries were worse. If he didn't use his saber light to block, his body would have been torn to pieces. The surrounding people were stunned. Lin Wuxia's sword was so strong. They had never seen it before. In the past, they thought that Lin Xian had a strong physique and powerful abilities. But now, they felt that they were facing a great enemy. It seemed like they had to find a way to defend against Lin Xian's sword chi. I will not lose. My only opponent is Fu Hongya. Desolate 13 roared. Terrifying runes appeared on his body as he soared into the sky. They formed one terrifying vortex after another, sucking away all of the sword chi. He formed a seal with his palm and slapped it over. Everywhere it passed, everything withered, as if it had turned into desolation. The Great Desolation Scripture. Someone cried out in alarm, and the expressions of the others also changed. This was the ultimate skill of the Great Desolation Mansion. Now that it was being executed, it was truly incomparably monstrous. Huang Shishan was too strong. Yes, he had the capital to laugh at everything. I feel that he is a very powerful enemy on the path to becoming a great emperor. Hearing this, everyone nodded. Indeed, if one wanted to walk the path of the great emperor, then it would no longer be a competition between those of the same generation. Instead, one would have to contend with countless experts from all over the universe. He even had to compete with some of the top old monsters. Everyone could become a great emperor. No one would know until the very last moment. The strength that Huang Shisan had displayed had left them in despair. Kill! Huang Shisan roared and charged towards Lin Xian. Lin Xian also displayed various divine abilities. The great dragon sword soul manifested all things, causing the entire world to shatter. In an instant, a great battle broke out, and the crowd was shocked. This Lin Wuti was too much of a freak. Yes, he was able to contend with the great desolation scripture. What was he cultivating? He had just entered the holy city. Could it be that he had already mastered a peerless divine ability before entering the holy city? These people were all stunned. Some of them looked at Lin Xian with fiery eyes. He must have a shocking secret on him. Not only that, Lin Xian soared into the sky and stood above the 9 heavens. His body shone brightly, an endless sword chi crackled around him. As it swam around him, his aura became even more powerful. Lin Xian then charged down from the 9 heavens. He took to the air like an eagle and turned into countless streaks of dragon-shaped sword aura, piercing through the void below. Each of the sword chi was too cold. They were like peerless divine swords, burning brightly. Boom, boom, boom. Huang Shisan was annihilated once again. When the sword chi disappeared, the radiance on Huang Shisan's body dimmed, and many cracks appeared on his body. Brat, it's really surprising that you could force me to this extent. Huang Shisan's face was incomparably ferocious. I admit that you are strong. Among the younger generation, you are indeed strong. How could Baron 13 say something like that? Did he recognize Lin Wuti's strength? The surrounding people were completely stunned. Jean Patian was dumbfounded. This was a supreme honor. Lei Shunqing and the people of Demon City gritted their teeth. They were envious of Huang Shisan. You can be proud of yourself for being able to fight with my clone to this extent. However, it's impossible for you to defeat me unless your senior brother is here. Even if Fu Hong is here, she might not be able to defeat me. Also, don't think that you are the strongest among your peers. The chief disciple of my great desolate mansion will be born soon. At that time, he will take my place and behead you personally. Is the great desolate mansion's peerless genius going to be born? The great desolate talisman and the chief disciple of Wushuang City. Is it similar to the battle between Huang Shisan and Fu Hongya 500 years ago? Everyone was excited. If that was the case, then they were looking forward to it. They wondered which chief disciple of the two sects would soar to the sky this time. While everyone was still in a daze, Huang Shisan turned around and walked towards the main hall. It seemed like he did not want to fight with Lin Xian anymore. Lin Xian sneered. Are you trying to push me away? Are you trying to run away without a fight? Do you think you can stand and leave as you wish? Do you think you have the final say in this world? Since we are going to fight, let's fight to the end. Damn, Lin Wuti is not letting go. He is too arrogant. He has gone too far. Some people sneered. Even the experts of the Sky Demon Palace shook their heads. They thought that Lin Xian should not try to fight again. Indeed, Huang Shisan suddenly turned around. His eyes were shining with a terrifying light. Kid, do you want to die? I don't want to fight now, because I think you are a good opponent. I will leave you to the chief disciple of my great desolate mansion. Could it be that you want to be killed right now? Do you think you can kill me? With your character, you won't hesitate to kill me. Lin Xian sneered. You forced me to kneel down and kowtow to you. You even wanted to kill me. Now you want to leave in the middle of the battle. Why don't you kneel down and kowtow to me, or I will kill your clone. Otherwise, I will fight you to the death. Lin Xian's words were too shocking. The surrounding people wanted to kneel down. Who would dare to treat Huang Shisan like this? Indeed, it was an unfair battle. Huang Shisan was looking down on everyone. The crowd did not think much of it, because Huang Shisan was too strong. However, Lin Xian was not convinced. Chapter 38-26. Huang Shisan was enraged. You're courting death. With a roar, he unleashed the great desolation scripture once again. At the same time, a cold snort could be heard from the main hall. Then a ray of light flew out. It turned into a weapon, and he held it in his hand. The desolate heaven halberd. Huang Shisan was enraged. It was obvious that his real body had given him a weapon. The desolate heaven halberd was a terrifying sacred weapon from the first prince's residence. It was given to Huang Shishan. Did he finally use it? It seemed that the desolate heaven halberd wanted to end the battle immediately. Buzz! The desolate heaven halberd shook and the void shattered. A terrifying murderous aura swept across the 9 heavens. At that moment, the faces of the geniuses changed. Even the elders of the demonic palace looked solemn. It was a terrifying weapon that was famous in the second astral realm. It had been stained with the blood of countless experts. Was it going to be stained with Lin Wudi's blood? Die! With a roar, the desolate heaven halberd turned into a torrent and slashed down, trying to split Lin Xian in half. Oh no, Lin Wudi was in danger. They might be split in half, or even killed. Everyone exclaimed. The dark red godly dragon and the northern godly demon were also nervous because the threat this weapon posed to them was too great. Buzz! Lin Xian roared and wrapped his arms around the desolate heaven halberd. The desolate heaven halberd floated in his arms. No way Lin Xian caught the halberd. Was he going to catch the sacred weapon with his bare hands? Moreover, it was a peerless weapon like the desolate heaven halberd. Everyone was stunned. Huang Shishan was also stunned. How could his opponent block his attack? Was this a joke? Go to hell. He exerted force on the desolate heaven halberd and slashed it down mercilessly. It was as if a peerless beast had come back to life. The aura it exuded sent chills down everyone's spines. Lin Xian waved his arm and used stellar transposition to send the desolate heaven halberd flying. At the same time, he quickly retreated. The reason for that was because the baleful aura on the desolate sky halberd had split open, shattering a part of the void into nothingness and dodging the attack. At the same time, the sword will erupted with an incomparable aura. The sound of the collision was intense in the void. It's useless. You can't block my desolate sky-painted halberd. Desolate Shishan's cold voice rang out. The two of them had already exchanged over 100 moves, causing the heavens and earth to shatter. The barren sky halberd was not affected at all, and the unparalleled sword was also blooming with a biting cold light. Lin Xian sneered. Who said I was going to deal with barren heaven-painted halberd? I just need to kill this clone of yours. Upon saying this, the unrivaled sword emitted a piercing sound. Dazzling sword chi exploded, transforming into 48,000 streaks of sword light. Get lost! Huang Shishan roared. His barren sky halberd turned into a windmill and blocked most of the sword lights. It's useless. With this sacred artifact, even a clone of mine can kill all of you. At this moment, Huang Shishan was full of confidence. Is that so? Lin Xian sneered. Suddenly he activated the stellar transposition, a secret technique of the unparalleled secret technique. Its power increased by 5 times in an instant. The stellar transposition could divert all energy. At this moment, he used all of his strength on the barren sky-painted halberd. The barren sky-painted halberd trembled violently and turned around, cutting half of the clone's body. Huang Shishan was scared out of his wits. He could not understand why his weapon would attack him. In a hurry he could only dodge. However, one of his arms was still cut off. Huang Shishan was injured. That's impossible. How did he do it? Everyone was shocked. Huang Shishan's eyes were filled with killing intent. How dare you use such a despicable method? He was too shocked. Lin Xian sneered. This is a peerless superpower. You just don't understand it. As he spoke, the sword light in his hand became sharper. At the same time, he activated his eye technique and continuously attacked the clone's soul. The clone was already injured. Now that one of his arms was cut off, it could be said that his vitality was greatly damaged. The light on the clone was already very dim. It would not be long before it disappeared. The experts of the demonic palace were shocked and secretly watched. The 4 protectors were also shocked. This was not an ordinary clone. This was definitely Huang Shishan's clone that he had cultivated for hundreds of years. If the clone was killed, it would have a great impact on the mountain. It might even hurt Huang Shishan's real body. Moreover, the hundreds of years of cultivation would go down the drain. They wondered if this kid could do it. Prepare to attack. Huang Shishan might go berserk. We must stop him. There's no need for us to do it. Let the other elders do it. The four protectors discussed in a low voice. Although Huang Shishan was strong, they did not think much of him. After all, these people were old monsters who had lived for thousands of years. They could be said to be living fossils. Sure enough, the four living fossils were right. Huang Shishan's clone was getting weaker and weaker. In the end, it was cut by Lin Xian's sword. 2 sword wounds appeared on its body. It was almost cut in half. The surrounding people were all shocked. They didn't expect such an outcome. They thought that Lin Xian would be defeated after the desolate heaven halberd was released. It was even possible that they would be killed. Who would have thought that Lin Xian would become stronger as the battle went on? He was not able to hurt Huang Shishan earlier, but he attacked at the last moment. This caused Huang Shishan to be severely injured. Boom. Lin Xian seized the opportunity and used stellar transposition to change the direction of the desolate heaven halberd. At the same time, he struck out the unparalleled sword and clashed with the desolate heaven halberd. He then charged towards his opponent. I will not lose. Ant, die for me. Huang Shishan roared. However, Lin Xian was way too domineering at this moment. Every single move he made was akin to a true dragon. In the end, he actually managed to smash Huang Shishan into pieces with a single punch. Arg! Huang Shishan's clone roared crazily, trying to heal himself. However, Lin Xian's punches came at him like raindrops. It turned into a 1,000 dragons picture and flew towards Huang Shishan's clone, shattering it into pieces. Damn it! How dare you! You're courting death. The person in the palace could not stand it anymore. He roared, causing the 9 heavens and 10 lands to tremble. Countless cracks appeared on the 1,000 dragons picture, and it exploded. Lin Xian was sent flying by the force of the explosion. He summoned the dragon pattern cauldron in front of him to block the blast. Many of the surrounding geniuses were vomiting blood. Their faces were filled with fear. Oh no, Huang Shishan's real body must have made a move. Sure enough, they saw a figure walk out of the palace. With a step, he appeared in front of them and shattered the 1,000 dragons picture. It was a tall and sturdy man. He looked exactly the same as Huang Shishan's clone, but his aura was even more terrifying. It was definitely the aura of a small saint. Like a demonic god, he stood in the void and glared at Lin Xian. Lin Xian felt that his qi and blood were about to freeze. It was not a good feeling. Chapter 38:27. He roared, and the great dragon sword soul began to circulate in his body. At the same time, he looked at Desolate 13 fearlessly. You dare to kill my clone? How dare you? Desolate 13 snorted coldly. His voice was like 10,000 claps of thunder, causing people's hearts to beat wildly. Since you want to kill me, what's the big deal about killing your clone? Lin Xian wasn't afraid at all. He looked at Desolate 13 and said coldly, What? You're not convinced? You can fight me with your real body. Suppress your cultivation, and fight me at the same level. I can kill you like a dog. You think you can kill me? Desolate 13 took a step forward, and the 9 heavens and 10 earths cracked. At this moment, everyone felt their hair stand on end. The people of Thunder God City, the people of Demon City, and even the experts of the Golden Crow tribe were trembling. They felt like they had to kneel down and worship him. What kind of power was this? The will of a minor saint could crush everything. Lin Wudi wouldn't be able to withstand it. Maybe he would take the initiative to kneel down. Some people were shocked. Lin Xian. He could feel a strong will. It was as if it wanted to make him float. Humph. A dragon roar came from his body, and the aura that burst out was enough to shatter heaven and earth. His body was as straight as a javelin. You're too naive to think that you can make things difficult for me with just the will of a minor saint. Fight me if you have the guts. Get lost if you don't. I'll fulfill your wish. Desolate 13's voice was cold, and the law on his body spread out. It seemed like he wanted to suppress his cultivation and fight to the death with Lin Xian. However, at this moment, a few elders of the demonic palace flew over from afar. They asked the 2 of them to stop. Why are the 2 young masters so angry? While the witch was trying to persuade Lin Xian, the other 2 elders of the demonic palace started to transmit messages to Desolate 13. No one knew what they were promising. Desolate 13's eyes lit up when he heard them. He looked at Lin Xian. Kid, you're lucky. I'll spare your life this time. However, I won't let you off for killing my clone. In a few months, the heavenly fate star will open. At that time, the chief disciple of my great desolate mansion will bring my order to cut off your head. Enjoy the last few months of your life. Huang Shishan turned around and left with the desolate sky halberd, disappearing from everyone's sight. The Demon King had finally left. Many of the geniuses heaved a sigh of relief. The pressure that the other party gave them was too great. At the same time, they guessed that if this news were to spread, it would shock many people. Lin Xian actually managed to kill one of Desolate 13's clones. This was too heaven-defying. There were also some people who sneered. This Lin Wudi wouldn't live for long. That's right, since he dared to offend Huang Shishan, he would die without a doubt. Due to Huang Shishan's status, he wouldn't do it himself. However, there were many geniuses in the Great Desolate Mansion, especially the current chief disciple, who was said to be an incredible person. He was known as the second Huang 13. If he made a move, Lin Wudi would have no way to survive. Everyone was discussing animatedly as they kept looking at Lin Xian. Lin Xian gave a cold snort and remained unafraid. The chief disciple of the Great Desolate Mansion? He was still too inexperienced to kill him. He didn't care if he was a genius or a genius. If he dared to make a move against him, he would definitely send him to hell. He even swore that as long as he had the chance to enter the Minor Saint realm, he would kill this Huang Shishan with his own hands. Next, the people of the demonic palace went up to comfort him and began to change the atmosphere. The witch even suggested to take a look at the surroundings of the demonic palace. This scene shocked many people. Everyone nodded their heads in agreement. The demonic palace was a mysterious palace that had been passed down since ancient times. Even if they couldn't enter it, it was already a great opportunity to look at it from the outside. Everyone sat on the black crows again and flew towards the demonic palace. Soon, they saw the mysterious palace floating between heaven and earth. The vast aura it exuded shocked them. This time, they were very close to the palace and could already stand at the corner of the palace wall. Therefore, they could see the traces of time on the palace. For example, there were various palm shadows and sword marks. It was terrifying. These were all left behind by the great battle of the Great Saint Realm. They had survived for tens of thousands of years. You can try to touch it outside. We, the demonic palace, will give you a special privilege, the witch said with a smile. Hearing this, everyone was even more shocked. Someone finally reached out his hand and touched the black palace wall. Someone couldn't wait and started to try. Indeed, runes flickered on the palace wall and wrapped around the person's hand. Everyone was shocked. What a mysterious aura. I seem to sense a different great Tao will. This is great. It might be able to improve my great Tao laws. These people were shocked and tried one after another. At the same time, the four protectors had already entered the demonic palace. They were guarding an ancient statue. That statue was made entirely of divine crystals. It gave off an unparalleled divine secret. The witch had already gotten people to start experimenting. However, no one met the requirements so far. Buzz. Just as she finished speaking, a light suddenly appeared in the eyes of the divine crystal statue. Although it wasn't very bright, it was very strange. When the four protectors saw this scene, they were shocked. Who was trying it outside? Soon news came. It was a genius of the 10,000 Fiends city. It was a dark attributed crocodile. Remember his identity and wait for our decision. The four protectors sent out the news. Soon, the light in the eyes of the divine crystal statue grew stronger. It was much stronger than before. If it was like a firefly before, then it was like a lamp now. Who is it? An elder asked hurriedly. The news came. It was Jean Patian of the Golden Crow clan. This Jean Patian was really extraordinary to be able to stimulate the statue to this extent. He met the requirements. One of the protectors nodded. The other one also nodded. However, one of the protectors said, "Actually, it would be best if we could get Huang Shishan. Sigh, it's a pity. If it was 500 years ago, we could have tried. However, Huang Shishan is too strong now. Moreover, he has the desolate sky halberd. We might not be able to subdue him instantly. If he asks for help from the great desolate mansion, then the matter will be exposed. Therefore, we have to choose someone below the small saint realm. Next, a few more geniuses made their moves. All of them caused changes in the statue. Some of the eyes of the statue were like fireflies, while others were like lamps. For example, Jean Patian, the princess of the New Moon clan, and a few other famous sky prides. However, the four protectors kept waiting until Lin Xian made his move. In Lin Xian's pavilion, Shi Bufan and the others in the Water Sky City had also made their moves. Lin Xian was also curious. He also placed his hand on the wall. He felt a strange force surging into his body. At the same time, the great spear of destruction in his body started to move again. Endless demonic chi turned his entire arm pitch black. Boom. Lin Xian did not trigger any more terrifying heaven and earth vision. However, the people in the demonic palace were extremely shocked. The four protectors were completely stunned. They rose to their feet, and their zombie-like bodies began to tremble. Chapter 38:28. Because at this moment, the nervous statue changed again. The gaze from before was like a bright lamp that moved them. But at this moment, the gaze was like two suns that illuminated the 9 heavens. If it wasn't for the mystery of the demonic palace, the light would have spread out. How was this possible? Wasn't it too strong? The 4 elders were dumbfounded. This scene was completely out of their expectations. Even an old voice came from the nervous statue. That voice was incomparably excited and trembling. Who is this person? Find him for me. We must get him at all costs. Yes, old ancestor. The 4 protectors knelt on the ground. If others saw this scene, they would definitely be scared out of their wits. These 4 protectors had very high statuses in the demonic palace. They were 4 living fossils. Even the palace master of the demonic palace had to be respectful when seeing these 4 protectors. But at this moment, these 4 protectors were actually kneeling on the ground. What was inside this nervous statue? Who was trying it just now? The 4 protectors stood up and asked anxiously. The news outside was spread. It was Lin Wudi. Lin Wudi. It was really him. The 4 protectors' eyes burst out with a biting cold light. They also probed and began to secretly observe. They saw that Lin Xian's arm had completely turned black. That demonic chi even moved them greatly. Could it be that this person was also a member of the demonic race? Ying said that he had once used a black spear and recorded it with a formation. The other protector, an old woman, opened her hand. The formation flickered and the scene of Lin Xian's battle appeared. Lin Xian was inside. He had indeed used a black spear. It was incomparably black and had a monstrous demonic chi. After the other 3 protectors saw it, they sucked in a breath of cold air. Could it be that this was the legendary demonic sacred artifact? It should be the Great Spear of Destruction. He actually had the Great Spear of Destruction. Could it be that he was a great demon? Thinking of this possibility, the 4 protectors were too shocked. How could they not know about great demons? They were the most terrifying and mysterious of the demon race. There were very few people from the Great Devil clan, and each time, one of them would come out and sweep through everything. Could it be that this generation's great devil was Lin Wudi? If that was really the case, then this Lin Wudi had hidden too deeply. That's great. There's hope for the old ancestor. If we can obtain this great demon's successor, then our demonic palace will be able to regain our glory from 10,000 years ago. The 4 protectors were incomparably excited, and the ancient voice once again sounded from the statue behind them. What a pure demonic aura. I must obtain it. No matter the cost. It was time to prepare to take action. They had to take him away without anyone noticing. The 4 protectors had already started discussing how they were going to make their move. This Lin Wudi was too dazzling. Moreover, he was Peerless City's 3rd-generation chief disciple. In the future, he might very well become the 2nd Fu Hongya. Peerless City places great importance on this matter, so we cannot act openly. Otherwise, Peerless City will definitely fight us to the death. Especially today, Lin Wudi had forcefully killed Desolate Shursan's clone. If news of this spread, he would be even more arrogant. Lin Wudi was a genius, but he had offended many people. Thunder God City, Thousand Demon City, New Moon Tribe, Golden Crow Tribe, and now Great Desolate Prefecture. These people would definitely not let Lin Wudi grow so smoothly. What do you mean? The elders looked over. The protector's eyes shone with a cold light. Let's get someone else to do the dirty work. Let the sacred city take action while we secretly snatch Lin Wudi. This way, even if Lin Wudi disappeared in the end, no one would think that we were the culprits. Even if Peerless City was angry, they would only go after those few people. A few elders were secretly making arrangements here. Outside, Lin Xian still did not know that he had been targeted. At this moment he was sensing the aura. Perhaps he could use it to comprehend the law of demons. However, there was not enough time. The witch led everyone away. The reason was that this was their core, and they could not stay for too long. Everyone sighed. Lin Xian also shook his head slightly and left. After all, this was their territory. No one would dare to be presumptuous here. After that, everyone left. Even the 4 Dharma protectors were preparing to make a move. However, they gave up after thinking about it. If they made a move here, Peerless City would definitely suspect them. So they could only let them leave safely. After everyone returned, the news spread out. Some people who had just arrived were even more shocked. What did you say? That Lin Wudi killed one of Desolate Shursan's clones? Impossible. Was Desolate Shursan the incomparably powerful genius 500 years ago? He should be a small saint now. Moreover, he was extremely terrifying among small saints. Yes, he was as famous as Fu Hongye. If you said that Fu Hongye did it, I would believe it. However, how could Lin Wudi do it? He was just a 4th heaven saint. How could he have such strength? No one believed it. However, more and more people said that they saw it with their own eyes. This forced the others to believe it. Lin Wudi was too heaven-defying. Now he could even kill Desolate Shursan's clones. He was the 2nd Fu Hongye. Once he grew up, no one would be able to resist him. The great sects in the sacred city felt the pressure. There was nothing they could do. Fu Hongye and Desolate Shursan were unparalleled even among the many top geniuses. The 2 of them were so dazzling on the pilgrim list back then. Even now, the fact that the 2 of them had been removed from the pilgrimage list still caused countless people of the older generation to feel their hair stand on end. There was no doubt that such people would become sage kings in the future. Lin Xian was called the 2nd Fu Hongye. One could imagine how high the evaluation was. However, there was also news that Lin Wudi was definitely not a match for Desolate Shursan. That's right. His senior brother Fu Hongye might be a match for him. I heard that the Great Desolate Mansion has sent news that their chief disciple of this generation will make a strong move. Moreover, they are going to chop off Lin Wudi's head. This was getting more and more interesting. The battle between the chief disciples of the first Prince's Mansion and Peerless City? This was really exciting. Perhaps someone would want to kill Lin Wudi even before he entered the Heavenly Fate planet. Lin Wudi had offended many major sections. Moreover, the disappearance of the 10 little saints back then was related to him. How could the sacred city be willing to accept this? Someone sneered. What's going on? Are they going to make a move? Did you guys get some insider information? Those people discussed excitedly. On the other hand, the people of Aqua Sky City were also nervous. What should we do? It seems like they are going to make a move on us. Damn it, have these people gone crazy? Are they going to send out a little saint? What should we do? Wang Xiaofeng and the others were also very nervous. Thank you for your monthly votes. Recommendation votes, rewards, subscriptions, favorites. Chapter 38-29. Lin Xian also frowned. After he came back, the news about him spread all around. This was not a big deal to him, because it was not the first time he caused the world to exclaim in surprise. However, the news that came out made him treat it seriously. There was news that some holy cities would join hands to capture him, and ask about the whereabouts of the missing little saints. Those were little saints. Even in the holy cities, they were the core strength. It was not easy to cultivate one. Now that 10 of them had disappeared at once, these holy cities could not bear it. Indeed, there was a mysterious force wandering around Thunder God City, Demon City, and the Golden Crow race, saying that they wanted to join hands to capture Lin Xian. As for who this force was, outsiders did not know. 10 days later, the people of the demonic palace returned with a smile on their faces. They had succeeded. They had convinced those people that they would join hands to capture Lin Wuti. Hearing those words, a smile appeared on the Fiend Palace's protector's face. The witch felt incredulous. She asked, "Protectors, is it really so easy to succeed? Will these people believe us?" "Ying, you are too naive. Do you really think they are doing this just for the four little saints? They want to get Lin Wuti's secret." That's right. Lin Wuti had only joined the holy cities for a few years, but he was already so powerful. He must have had a peerless inheritance that was not weaker than the Great Desolation scripture. Who would not want to get such an inheritance? That was indeed the case. Lin Wuti was too strong. He could fight against the heavens. It was not a problem for him to kill people who were 4 realms higher than him. Only someone with a peerless inheritance could do this. Therefore, these experts of the holy cities were all thinking about the inheritance. This was the fundamental reason why they took action. As for asking about the 4 little saints, it was just a superficial lie. After all, they had to have a legitimate reason to take action. However, don't worry. In the end, Lin Wuti will be ours. Everything he has, including his secrets, will belong to the demonic palace. These people revealed fiendish smiles. On this day, something big happened in the Moon World. The Thunder God City, the 10,000 Beast City, the Golden Crow Tribe, and the New Moon Tribe teamed up and formed an army, charging toward Lin Wuti's location. They locked down Lin Wuti's manor. This matter immediately caused a stir in the entire world, and everyone knew about it. Quick, go and take a look. Something big has happened. Were these holy cities really going to make a move against Lin Wuti? Were they going to start the holy war in advance? They were truly stunned. The way they saw it, the capture of Lin Wuti and the assassination of Lin Wuti had to wait until they reached celestial fate. But he hadn't expected that the holy cities would make their move 2 months before the heavenly fate star would open. This time, the people on the 4 moons gathered again. They had to see what would happen to Lin Wuti. After all, such a character was simply too dazzling. If he matured, he would be like the sun in the sky. If he died, the entire starfield would sigh. In Lin Xian's manor, the atmosphere was tense as if they were about to face a great enemy. Damn it, they really made their move. Shui Tiancheng, Sherbufan, and the others were incomparably shocked. The dark red divine dragon roared. "This is too much. Kid, let's attack together and kill them." The northern demon also stood out. "Brother Lin, we will fight you until the end." Lin Xian frowned. No, it seemed like the other side had sent out a few minor saints. Obviously, they were going to kill him. He couldn't lose his life for nothing. Indeed, the minor saints were too strong for them. If the minor saints attacked, they wouldn't be able to stop them. Unless they cooperated with the Black Mountain and the Great Sage Pagoda to kill them. But last time, it was a secret move. It was his trump card, and he didn't want to expose it. Moreover, there were other armies apart from the minor saints this time. There was no way they could stop those minor saints, let alone kill them. Now there was only one way, and that was to ask for help from the Wushuang city. They had already sent out minor saints. Did they really think that they didn't have any minor saints on their side? Then Lin Xian began to send a message to the Wushuang city, explaining the situation on his side. Then they began to wait patiently. Outside the mansion, there was a huge army. Each of them was like a devil god, exuding an unparalleled qi. The number of onlookers increased. They were all 100,000 li away from the mansion, and they didn't dare to come closer. Once the battle broke out, they would retreat even further. This distance was nothing to them. They could clearly see everything that was happening in front of them. In the sky, Lei Shencheng, the people of Myriad Demon City, Golden Crow Clan, and New Moon Clan were gathered together. A young genius of Lei Shencheng jumped out and sneered. "Lin Wuti, get out here." His voice was like a thunderclap, causing everyone's scalp to go numb. That genius of Lei Shencheng was too cool. In the past few days, they had been suppressed by Lin Wuti to the point that they couldn't breathe. The other party was too dazzling, and they couldn't resist at all. They were on the verge of despair. They didn't expect that they would finally get the chance. So what if the other party was a genius? After today, there would be no Lin Wuti in this world. "Lin Wuti, are you deaf? Get out here." The genius of Lei Shencheng shouted crazily. wanting to vent the anger in his heart. On the other side, the people of New Moon Clan also jumped out. What's wrong? Weren't you very powerful before? Why are you acting like a coward now? Lin Wudi, come out. Tell us what happened in the past, and we can spare your life. The people of Myriad Demon City also walked out and sneered. The experts of Golden Crow Clan snorted coldly. Come out and kneel down. Let us collect your soul, and we will spare your life. Otherwise, let us take action and judge you. You will die without a doubt. In the distance, those people felt their scalps go numb. Although Lin Wudi was strong, he couldn't fight against so many Saint Realm experts. Moreover, there were a few minor saints this time. This Lin Wudi wouldn't be able to escape this time. However, no matter how they shouted, no one came out from the mansion. Only the formation was flickering, covering everything. Not coming out. Do you think we can't do anything to you if you don't come out? Jean Patian walked out with a sinister look in his eyes. To be honest, he had always thought of himself as a genius and didn't put anyone in his eyes. However, the experience in the demonic palace 2 days ago had given him a huge blow. He didn't dare to resist Huang Shisan's incarnation. However, the ant in his eyes, Lin Xian, had killed Huang Shisan's incarnation in a domineering manner. In comparison, he was completely inferior to Huang Shisan. He couldn't accept it at all. Today, he was here to vent his anger. He snorted coldly and waved his hand. Monstrous flames swept down and enveloped the formation in an instant. Chapter 38:30. At the same time, a huge crack appeared on the mansion below. Why don't you dare to come out? Jean Patian sneered. Aren't you very powerful? Come out and fight me if you have the guts. He continued to clamor. I see that you used despicable means to kill Huang Shisan's incarnation. Right now, he really wanted to slander Lin Xian. He also wanted to deny Lin Xian's achievements. That way, he would be able to calm down. Otherwise, wouldn't it mean that he was inferior to Lin Xian? What Lin Wudi? He doesn't even have the courage to confront us. Such a person has no future. The people of the New Moon Clan also walked out. The others sneered. Some of them attacked continuously, wanting to capture Lin Xian by force. At the same time, everyone was watching the battle. There were a few terrifying figures in the distance. One of them was the princess of the New Moon Clan. Gao Yu. The little maid beside her frowned. This person probably won't survive. The crown prince is really reckless. He actually dares to get involved in this mess. Gao Yu's eyes flashed coldly. She asked, where are our people? Did they do anything? The little maid said, according to your orders, we've already warned our people, but no one did anything. However, most of them were watching from here. Sure enough, there were some people behind Gao Yu. They were also from the New Moon Clan, but they did not attack Lin Xian, because Gao Yu did not allow it. The ones who attacked were the Crown Prince of the New Moon Clan and his people. The Crown Prince was the one who killed Gao Yu. However, his plan was ruined by Lin Xian, so the Crown Prince hated Lin Xian. Now that there was a chance to kill Lin Xian, the Crown Prince did not hesitate to attack. Behind Gao Yu, an elder frowned. Princess, do you really think this kid is good? This is a situation where death is certain. I don't know if he can survive, but I know that this kid is very strange. Moreover, he saved me before, and we promised him that we won't attack him again. So whether he is dead or alive, we have to keep this agreement. The people of the great sage city in the surroundings attacked the mansion below in a frenzy. They didn't kill him in one blow, but kept attacking. It seemed like they wanted to create tension and force the person inside to come out. It was like a cat playing with a mouse. They wanted to play each other to death. Rumbling sounds rang out from the mansion as a terrifying aura filled the air. The faces of the people from Peerless City turned ugly. Eldest senior brother, let's fight it out with them. Even senior brother Lin had to kill his way out and fight them to the death. These people gritted their teeth. The other party was too despicable. It was obvious that they did not put Wushuang City in their eyes. In Water Sky City, Shibufan Wang Xiaofeng and the others also looked at Lin Xian. Senior brother Lin, as long as you give the order, we will do our best. The North Demon and the Dark Red Divine Dragon could not hold it in any longer. Kid, show them what you're made of. Lin Xian frowned. His expression was incomparably solemn. These people did not even dare to breathe loudly in front of him. They were suppressed by him to the point that they could not even lift their heads. But now they actually dared to be so arrogant in front of him. What did this mean? This meant that they were very confident. They were trying to provoke him. Don't go out first. Wait here for the people from Holy City to come. Ruffian Dragon, you go and set up more formations. After hearing what the people from Water Sky City said, were they going to let these people continue to be arrogant? The dark red divine dragon was also angry. That's right, kid. I can't take this lying down. Naturally, I won't let them continue to be so arrogant. However, these people are here for me. I can't drag you into danger. Wait here. I'll go out and meet them. But senior brother Lin, those people still wanted to say something. Lin Xian turned his head and said, all right, since I'm the chief disciple and you guys are willing to listen to me, you have to listen to my orders now. Just stay in the mansion. Don't worry, they can't kill me. Moreover, the people from Wuxia City will be here soon. At that time, we'll launch a counterattack. Buzz. Lin Xian walked outside. What should we do? Gui Li and the people from Water Sky City looked at each other. North Yao said, you guys should listen to Brother Lin. Since he said so, he should be confident. Ruffian Dragon, hurry up and set up the formations. We can wait, but when it's time to attack, we can't be careless. Outside, the clamor continued. The most arrogant ones were the people from Thunder God City. Their genius, Lei Chong, and their top genius, Lei Qian, had died in the hands of the other party. This made them so angry that their lungs were about to explode. Now they naturally wanted to take revenge. A genius from Thunder God City stood in the sky like a god of thunder, looking down at the mansion below. He sneered. What, Lin Wudi? You still don't dare to come out? How disappointing. Where's your arrogant attitude in the past? Didn't you think you were unparalleled in the world? Now that we're here, you don't dare to come out? Thunder God City is too arrogant. The people in the distance whispered. Some people said, I know that person. His nickname is Sword of Lightning. His sword technique is very powerful, and he has an incomparably violent aura. He was also a fifth heavenly layer genius. Lin Wudi couldn't come out. Didn't he see that there were so many experts around? There were even small saints. If he dared to come out, he would definitely die. Everyone was discussing. However, they didn't know that Lin Xian had already come out and was hiding in the void. At this moment, Lin Xian was staring at Sword of Lightning. His eyes were emitting a biting cold killing intent. He had seen this person before. When he was in the Heavenly Demon Overturn region, this person had provoked him in Desolate 13th Incarnation. He didn't expect that this person would come out and clamor again. Did he really think that he wouldn't dare to make a move? Sword of Lightning still didn't know that Lin Xian had come and caught up with him. At this moment, he had a cold and arrogant smile on his face. Lin Wudi, it doesn't matter if you don't come out. You must have relatives and friends, right? You must have senior brothers and sisters. When those people come to this world, I'll cut off their heads one by one. At that time, let's see if you'll come out or not. These people died because of you. Speaking of this, his body emitted a ferocious killing intent. When the others heard this, their scalps went numb. This was too ruthless. He was going to kill them all. Lin Xian's eyes also emitted a biting cold killing intent. This person had touched his reverse scale. Therefore, he didn't hold back anymore. He was ready to attack. With a stomp of his foot, he instantly turned into a stream of light and rushed forward, emitting an unparalleled light. In an instant, he arrived in front of Sword of Lightning. Sword of Lightning was still sneering. But when he saw the golden figure in front of him, he was like a god of war. He was scared out of his wits. Lin Wudi, how dare you come out? He was so scared that he pissed his pants. Chapter 38-31. The reason why he dared to clamor here was because he had bet that Lin Wudi wouldn't dare to come out. With so many minor saints and experts here, Lin Wudi would die the moment he came out. However, he didn't expect that Lin Wudi would really dare to come out and attack him. Run. Although Sword of Lightning was arrogant before, he didn't even have the courage to fight against Lin Wudi. He turned around and turned into a sword light, trying to escape. How could Lin Xian let him escape? He waved his fists, unleashing an unparalleled aura. That surge of energy shattered the lightning sword's body into pieces. Even his soul was burned by the 9 suns' divine fire. Ah! With a miserable cry, Sword of Lightning was destroyed. This sudden turn of events caused everyone to be stupefied. The people from other sacred cities were stunned. Those who were watching from afar were also stunned. Who did it? They turned their heads and looked over. The next moment, exclamations were heard. Lin Wuti, it's actually you. Heavens, he actually dared to come out. No way, isn't he too strong? He directly destroyed a genius of Thunder God City in front of the experts of Thunder God City. Everyone sucked in a breath of cold air. Lin Xian stepped on Sword of Lightning's corpse and sneered. Why? Weren't you very arrogant before? You want to kill me and my friends? Why don't you try? When he spoke, the murderous aura on his body was incomparable. Damn brat. You're courting death. The people of Thunder God City have gone crazy. Another genius on their side had fallen. Moreover, it was done by Lin Wuti. All of a sudden, these people rushed up, emitting an incomparable murderous aura. Terrifying lightning interweaved between heaven and earth, creating a scene of destruction. Lin Xian roared. Let's see who dares to move. The people of Thunder God City were disdainful at first. They would definitely kill Lin Wuti today. However, they soon found that something was wrong. Suddenly, an extremely terrifying aura emerged from the mansion below. Although it wasn't obvious, it made the minor saint's hair stand on end. The Thunder God City's little saint waved his hand and stopped the group. Those geniuses did not know what was going on. However, when they looked down at the mansion below, they could feel their hair standing on end. There was no reason for it. They were just terrified. Damn it, what exactly was there in the manor below? The people of the Thousand Demon City, the Golden Crow tribe, and the New Moon clan were also dumbstruck. In the distance, those people were also stunned. Thunder God City's people actually didn't make a move. Why did they suddenly become so careful? An expert snorted coldly. Couldn't they feel that Lin Xian's residence was different? There was an extremely terrifying aura coming from it. Could it be that Peerless City's top experts had already arrived at Lin Wuti's side? That was very likely the case. Otherwise, how could Lin Wuti have chased him out? The people of Thunder God City were bewildered. One of the elders gritted his teeth and said, could it be that the elders of Peerless City had come? The aura below was naturally released by Heishan. Lin Xian wanted to play the empty city strategy to stall for time. As long as the experts of Peerless City arrived, he could relax. Before that, he had to hold off so many experts alone. No, this time only the younger generation came. Why? You don't want to make a move? Come on then. I'll take it alone. If I take a step back, I'm not Lin Wuti. Lin Xian waved his hand in a domineering manner. Damn it, there's a trap. The experts of Thunder God City frowned. No one was fearless of death. Even Lin Wuti would not do that. There must be something wrong with the other party's action. If they made a move, they would give the experts of Peerless City a chance to make a move. This time, the expert who came was not ordinary. Perhaps, he was an extremely terrifying existence among the little saints. If such an existence really made a move, they would be in trouble. Kid, do you think we'll jump into your trap just because you want us to? What an idiot. That's right, how could we fall into your trap? The people of Thunder God City and Demon City sneered. Oh, you're not going to make a move? Lin Xian smiled as well. Then what are you guys doing here? Weren't you arrogant before, asking me to kneel down and take it back? There are still people who want to kill me. Now that I'm here, why aren't you making a move? Lin Xian looked around and stared at the people of Demon City. Since you're not making a move, I'll make a move. Just now, it was you who wanted to kill me. After saying that, Lin Xian turned into a ray of light and rushed out again. It was too sudden. No one expected that Lin Xian would start a massacre again. Damn it, how dare you? This time, the people of Demon City roared. Hurry up and make a move. Those people attacked crazily. However, they realized that it was too late. Lin Xian dodged all the attacks and retreated to his original place. On the side of Demon City, a powerful demon saint's eyes were wide open. Ah! He was split into two, and his soul was instantly extinguished. The broken corpse fell to the ground below, causing the world to sink and turn into the abyss of hell. Another one died. These people were crazy. The eyes of the people of Demon City instantly turned red. Damn it, kill him. In an instant, two people rushed over. One of them opened his mouth and stuck out a tongue. That tongue was very red and had a monstrous blood aura. It was extremely terrifying. It was like a sword light between heaven and earth, causing people to tremble involuntarily. It was a toad that had cultivated into a spirit. It had reached the fifth firmament demon sage realm. On the other side, it was a Tibetan mastiff. It was very terrifying. Its terrifying claws covered the sky and the earth, causing people's hair to stand on end. Lin Xian sneered and made a move. On his fists, there was a biting cold sword light as he slashed out. With one strike, the attacks of the two people were destroyed. Then, the two people's bodies were torn apart by the violent energy. How was that possible? Before the two of them died, they could not believe that the two of them could not stop the other party even if they joined forces. Someone from the New Moon clan was shouting to kill me just now, right? After killing the people of Demon City, Lin Xian did not stop. Instead, he turned his head and stared at the person from the New Moon clan. The woman from the New Moon clan screamed in fright. Her face was pale as she quickly retreated. The people from the New Moon clan also rushed forward and protected the woman tightly. Damn kid, don't you dare touch one of us. This time, the other party would not dare to touch her with all the protection, right? Lin Xian sneered. I'll make a move today. What can you do to me? Suddenly, an unparalleled golden light burst out from his eyes. Ah! The woman who was protected by countless people suddenly hugged her head and screamed in pain, rolling in the air. In the next moment, her body stiffened, and she stopped breathing. Dead, another powerhouse had died. How was that possible? He did not make a move. The people from the New Moon clan were also stunned. They had been prepared for Lin Wudi to make a move, but the other party did not move at all. It was as if he had killed one of their level 5 powerhouses with just a glance. Could a glance kill? Chapter 38-32. Damn it, it was an eye technique. His eye technique was actually so powerful. An elder screamed. The others were in an uproar as they looked at Lin Xian in horror. This person was too heaven-defying. He had a super strong physique and terrifying sword skills. Now, even complaints could crush everything. He was simply a demon king, sweeping through everything. Quickly protect him. The people of the Golden Crow tribe also moved quickly to protect the person who provoked them previously. At the same time, golden flames surged on their bodies, forming a sun that floated above their heads, protecting that person's soul. Let's see what you can do this time. With layers of protection, Lin Wudi couldn't get close at all. Moreover, his soul was also protected. Even if he used an eye technique, it would probably be ineffective this time. Everyone thought that Lin Wudi wouldn't make a move again. Looking at the other party's expression, Lin Xian smiled. This is your capital to be arrogant. You don't have the guts to face me alone. You dare to be arrogant in front of me? Do you think that I can't kill him if you protect him? If I want to kill someone, even the heavens can't stop me. Lin Xian sneered. This time he didn't use an eye technique. Instead, he used stellar transposition. A strange power quietly surged forward. With a clang, a person beside the man suddenly unsheathed his long saber and slashed over. With a scream, that person was struck and blood instantly dyed red. Damn it! The Golden Crow tribe was in a panic, not knowing what had happened. Good opportunity. Lin Xian snorted coldly and used stellar transposition. Immediately, the Golden Crow sun condensed by these people suddenly descended. It enveloped that man. Boom. He smashed his head into pieces. The headless corpse fell, and his soul was also burned to ashes in the raging fire. No. Damn it. How is this possible? I don't believe it. The people of the Golden Crow tribe were splashed with blood. Their faces were filled with horror. What kind of method was this? Those people in the distance were also in an uproar. Did he use an eye technique? No, it's not an eye technique. Especially when that long saber was unsheathed. Why do I feel that there's a spy in the Golden Crow tribe? What if he killed his own people? These people discussed animatedly with fear on their faces. This kind of inexplicable death made them very uneasy. As soon as Lin Xian came out, He killed the 4 experts in a domineering manner. These people who had once provoked him had all died at his hands. Do you want to continue fighting with me, or do you want to scram? His eyes were filled with killing intent. Damn it! Damn it! Lei Shunqing and the people from the Demon City gritted their teeth in anger. The people of the Golden Crow clan and the New Moon clan looked even more ferocious. They had charged in aggressively, and they should have been able to capture the other party easily. Who would have thought that the other party would be completely unharmed? On the other hand, they had lost 4 experts. This was simply unimaginable. What to do? These people were communicating with each other through voice transmission. They wished they could attack immediately. Don't be rash. The aura of the mansion below is very strange. It might be a holy venerate. If there really is such a person and he finds a reason to attack, none of us will be able to leave alive. There's no need to rush. We've already sent people down to investigate. We'll soon know whether or not there are any experts. The people from the Demon City said. The others were also discussing. They were waiting anxiously. Not long after, the eyes of the people from the Demon City suddenly burst out with a cold light. They had investigated clearly. There were no experts below. This kid was deliberately mystifying. Kill him. The people of the Golden Crow clan and the New Moon clan were shocked. How did the Demon City know? Suddenly, the Thunder God appeared, shocking everyone. Could it be that void beast? They knew that the people from the Demon City were all from the demon race. Many of them had strange abilities. For example, there was a void beast that could hide in the void and investigate everything. Perhaps it was that void beast that had investigated the situation below. Thinking of this, they all laughed. That's great. Lin Wudi Dai. Deliberately mystifying. Do you think you can be saved like this? These people erupted with unparalleled killing intent that swept in all directions. Lin Xian was instantly enveloped. Kill. Jean Patian roared and charged over. He had long been unable to hold back. The other party dared to kill the people of the Golden Crow clan. Unforgivable. Get lost. Lin Xian snorted coldly. A domineering force surged from his body, like a peerless ferocious beast. Jean Patian slapped out with both palms, colliding with Lin Xian's power. In the next moment he was sent flying, and his palms were split open. How could he be so strong? Golden Heaven-crushing sword was astonished. He was extremely confident in his own body. The body and flame power of the Golden Crow clan were enough to burn everything, but now, he was injured by the other party. Moreover, what frightened him even more was that the other party was still going to attack. Lin Xian succeeded in his first attack and attacked aggressively. He was going to kill Jean Patian. But soon he turned into a Koan Prung and dodged quickly. Fortunately, he changed his direction. A big golden hand reached out and burned the void where he was originally. A small saint of the Golden Crow clan. Damn it! Lin Xian's pupils constricted. Suddenly he felt a chill run down his spine. He instantly entered the Great Sage Pagoda. With a clang, the Great Sage Pagoda was sent flying trembling. The 9 heavens and 10 lands were collapsing. Lin Xian was inside. His face was pale, and his eyes were filled with cold killing intent. It was another little saint. Yes, it was a little saint from Thunder God City. The little saint's face was extremely cold. What kind of treasure was it that blocked his attack? He stared at the pagoda between heaven and earth. They originally thought that it would not be easy to take down the other party with the help of several little saints. However, the other party suddenly changed his direction and dodged the attack of the Golden Crow clan little saint. Then he hid in the pagoda and blocked the attack of the Thunder God little saint. This was simply unbelievable. A little saint could kill a level 4 ant with just a glance. How could the other party survive until now? This person had a lot of secrets and treasures. They must get him. At this moment, these little saints attacked crazily with fire in their hearts. The Great Sage Pagoda trembled uncontrollably and rolled far away. However, it was not damaged at all. This made them even more jealous. This was definitely a top Saint Chi treasure. Hurry up and catch him. Below in the mansion, everyone waited nervously. Suddenly, their pupils constricted. Oh no, these people are attacking. Could it be that we have been discovered? The faces of the northern demon and the others changed drastically. The dark red dragon slammed down. Kill. He rushed out, and the formation he had set up exploded. Streams of terrifying sword chi, blade light, flames, and all kinds of acquired energy surged over in an instant and engulfed a little saint. The little saint sneered. You can't hurt me at all. His body shone with boundless light, and the monstrous laws repelled all the energy. Then he pointed a finger at the dark red dragon. You're tuning in to the Li Mei's Wuxia Whispers YouTube channel. We're so grateful for your support, and don't forget to subscribe to join us on this incredible journey through captivating stories. Your generosity through donations truly makes a world of difference, as it's the primary source of revenue that allows me to expand and enhance this channel for you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for being a part of this adventure.